I just want y'all to know that New York has always been there, will always be there, and will never, ever, ever die because of multiple people. Not only myself, not only Devon Terrell, and Alex.
That's right.
That's right.
Reggie, you're from Jersey, so
I am.
you are
That's why I'm
cousin. You are
silent.
not. That's why.
No,
like, I didn't want to
we're
not include you.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm
But
from
then-
Jersey. I don't have to be included. It's okay.
Because there's a lot of great things that
Because they
came out
hate
of
on
New York.
Jersey people for wanting to be included and shit in New York shit. I'm just like, no, it's okay.
Yeah,
leave
you
me,
might have to
leave me
sit
alone.
this one out, but we
yes,
love
it's
you.
okay.
We love you.
It's okay.
Jersey's dope on its own.
We love you with everything in our heart.
Drop that shit.
But I think ASAP Rocky, thank you, my boy.
Drop that shit.
Thank you, my brother.
Someone did it. We did it.
Somebody had to get her.
Someone had to get her. It's crazy.
Somebody had to like take her off of the streets for good.
Boom, boom, boom.
She was running through us, running rampant through all of the high quality.
Do we
rap.
know if it's for
Yo,
good though?
son.
Because they're not married.
Nah.
Wow,
Reg.
that's an interesting
I'm
fact.
gonna try to
Stop
get
it.
somebody
gonna-
pregnant and get
Nah,
married.
that's Jersey hate, Reg. Stop.
Wait, what you said?
Okay,
Grown
my bad,
man?
my bad.
Yeah,
Just let it rock.
Stop. Yeah.
We in New York.
I'm sorry. Let me shut up.
Yeah, stop. That was
You
Jersey.
And we have ads.
That's a weird place to say
And
that.
we have ads.
He's right.
Shout out to Rihanna, ASAP Rocky,
right.
and all of our ads.
We're gonna work
man.
on that transition.
Nah, we don't even need to work on the transition. Like we're just gonna
And we
Yo,
have ads.
everybody's pregnant in togetherness. So my transitions is gonna be togetherness.
All right.
Like
Okay.
that's just it
Yes.
for the rest
Good
of
save,
like
good
this
save.
podcast and
And we
everything
have
else.
ads.
Yeah. And we're gonna get back to like
She's
all of the New
pregnant
York
and
stuff.
we have ads.
Yeah, I like those things.
All right, I'm
I like
happy.
ads and
I'm
pregnancy.
happy. I'm happy
And-
for everybody.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too. But before we get into that good stuff, let's talk to the good folks over at Hulu.
Yeah, let's do that. This episode of the Need to Know podcast is brought to you by Hulu, celebrating Black history always. With stories like Women of the Movement, Snowfall, Atlanta, Grownish, Power, Living Single, the award-winning Summer of Soul, Hulu original Wu-Tang and American Saga, and much more. Hulu highlights stories that showcase Black history, past and present. 365 days a year, Hulu subscription required, terms may apply.
Fire, bro. I love Hulu, honestly.
I do too.
I've been binge watching This Is Us. If y'all like to cry a little bit.
That's
if y'all-
fine.
if y'all
We
wanna-
both had-
if
we
y'all
both
wanna
had
cry
that.
a little bit.
Y'all gotta
just
stop that
just go
crap.
Because
tap
that's
in.
that type of show.
Yeah, definitely tap in. But
sure.
before we get into everything else, let's turn it over to the good folks over at Rosterclot. Yes, rosterclot.com. Rosterclot is about inspiring and challenging human beings to keep positivity on all forefronts of everything that they do.
That's right.
All right. I always talk about the Zodiac signs. This week, I'm going to talk a little bit about the sports. The NBA season has officially began now that the Super Bowl is arriving. If you're anything like me, I
That's
don't
mad
watch the NBA prior to like football ending.
Really?
Like
You don't watch the NBA prior to?
football ending? No.
Your brain can't handle both.
Nah, my
You're
brain.
just so invested in
Oh,
football.
maybe, yeah. See,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know
you're a
what,
football
Alex?
guy.
You
I forgot
gotta,
you're a
like,
football guy.
She sexed it up.
Yeah,
she dressed
did.
it up.
You
bro.
try
Suss it
to,
up.
yeah.
I forgot you were a football guy.
If you want to go grab a bracelet for yourself, for your
Yeah.
favorite team, for your man, for your girl, if she loves, my mom loves Steph Curry. I have a
Okay.
problem with that.
A lot of
She seems like a player that
a lot of
mothers
moms
would
and
like.
women do.
Because he seemed innocent.
Maybe.
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 There's an innocence. He has an innocence
Yeah.
like a
Poster boy
course.
innocence.
like the nice boy. Oh, the nice
whole,
boy,
like,
the
church-
curry
church
boy.
man.
Maybe the church man. That's true.
Yeah.
Actually, that could be why. Because I think he does like Bible script. But anyway, I'm going to purchase my mom a Steph Curry bracelet from Rosterclot. Again, the code at the checkout is need to know. You'll get 20% off. Let them know who sent you.
Yeah.
That is rosterclot.com. Seek positivity at all times. Rihanna.
Yeah.
My man with the transition.
We're
Rihanna
gonna work on the
and ads.
Just ads and Rihanna. That's all we need. Shout out to Harlem. It's funny because like
That's crazy.
I don't even feel I say shout out to Harlem with such reverence and pride because I live like 3 blocks away from Harlem, but I'm not really in Harlem.
Right.
But it's
Yeah,
like anybody in Harlem would look at me like, nigga, who the fuck are you? Like, get off my block. Like,
You live in the
the
neighborhood.
fuck you mean? Shout out to Harlem.
If you had to claim a block, like where do you claim?
Oh no, I say I'm from Long Island, but I
Right,
grew
what
up
part?
in Queens.
What part? Like if I'm a Long Islander, like where you from? Where you from? Like what's your
like where
Are
I'm
you from
from?
Baldwin?
yeah? Like what part of Long
I'm
Island?
Joe. Relax, bro.
Oh my bad.
yeah, why are you
embarrassed.
Yo, he was kind of.
I'm embarrassed.
I was like, trying to big up his
He was like, yo,
What street did you live on? What's your
How's this
address?
nigga? I
What's
don't
your
even
social
like
security
where I'm
number,
from.
Savon?
See, that's how Long Island niggas is different
like where I'm
from
from.
city niggas.
Yeah.
Because the city niggas be like,
Oh.
I'm in Bushwick.
Yeah.
I'm in Bed-Stuy.
Yeah.
This nigga said, I'm in Long Island. I don't want to
Should
show
know. White shoulder.
You don't need to know. Like, we
Niggas
just
said,
claim
hold
all
on,
shit.
bucko.
Nah. Some girl asked me one time, like, so where do you live? I'm like, yeah, near Queens.
Yo, y'all are funny.
Why would you say that though? Because you're big, like, Long
Yeah,
Island.
this one I wasn't really repping.
Why are Long Island people so weird when it comes to y'all
Because
location?
y'all made it weird.
Y'all made it
Because
weird.
niggas like you
Yeah.
made it weird.
How?
When y'all make music like this,
Dog.
and I got fucking Neil Young who's beefing with Spotify, like, fuck are we talking about?
from Long
Y'all
Island?
made it weird.
He's not from Long
Yeah,
Island.
it's not as cool saying like,
Nah, I
yeah, I'm
don't
from
know.
Massapequa. You know,
Massapequa's
it doesn't,
hard.
it doesn't really hit.
Y'all gotta relax.
Some of y'all from Nyack.
Y'all gotta relax.
Yo, New
Yeah.
York is huge. Y'all
Yeah.
be so shifty
I'ma
about
put it
Long
like
Island.
this. See, for the people that really don't know what we talking about, see, when you in New York, bro, Savon is right. The people from the boroughs made that for us, man, made that feeling. When we tell someone like, hey, yo, what's good, bro? We from Long Island. Oh, you ain't really from New York.
That was a
You ain't
narrative,
really-
but that's an
yeah,
old
yeah.
narrative. That's
That's
an
still
old
here.
narrative.
You
That's
think so?
still
I still
here.
think it kind of is like that.
I just saw Benny the Butcher on the Breakfast Club.
Uh-huh.
He was speaking to DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God. He was like, yo, man, I've done a lot in rap. People know who I am now. I got a song with J. Cole. And New Yorkers still don't accept my Buffalo as New York.
That's kind of crazy.
That's a guy that's kind of done
because
things
I
already. Yeah.
understand.
It's not like the city.
because I don't
quote.
feel it
You don't, yeah.
from other people. Because I know
Yeah.
I understand that. Like, and I understand Buffalo. I'm like, yeah, he's from New York, but
Right.
I don't feel it.
Feel it.
You right.
Yeah.
I didn't even catch myself. So my dad, before like this
From
whole
people.
NFL thing
Right.
happened, right?
Yeah.
Before the Bills got eliminated, my dad was like, "Yeah, you know, I want Buffalo to win." I'm like, "Nigga, why you want Buffalo to win? Like, we've never been to Buffalo."
Buffalo
Right.
Bills.
He was like, "Oh, that's New York.
It's New
You know,
York.
that's New York."
Buffalo
I'm
Bills.
like, bro,
See?
now you trying to claim New York, the Buffalo
Yeah.
Bills?
Like a
I
ma-
never heard a New Yorker like
Bills
claim the
Mafia?
Bills.
Come
Yeah.
on, yeah.
I've never
Who
heard
are
no one
you?
claim the Buffalo Bills either. I'm not gonna lie
As
to
a
you.
New York
Yeah.
team,
I'm a New York City,
like,
yeah,
yo, my
I get
dad's
it.
a fraud.
Even when I was up at
don't
Syracuse
get
and college, like the people from New York City or like Brooklyn or whatever, whenever someone said like, "Oh, I'm from New York," they were like, "Oh, okay, but where?" Because if
Yeah.
you were from like Westchester, Buffalo, or
They
Long
didn't
Island, they were
respect
like,
it.
they're like, "Oh,
That's
you're
true.
not from
They
New
try
York."
to they try to discredit you, right?
Yeah,
right?
but you're
yeah.
from New
I'll
York.
be honest,
New Yorker.
they do. People do that because
Yeah,
even
bro.
for me, I know like when I was upstate in school, anybody that was from like Rochester,
Sure.
Utica, or
Mm-hmm.
all those other places, it was always like, oh, okay, all right, cool,
Yeah.
all right,
Okay,
cool,
I see
yeah.
you.
But like, were you from Brooklyn? Like, yo,
That New York connection.
like we just So and that's fucked up. I
it's
get it, but
fucked
it's
up.
ingrained in our culture. Like,
Exactly.
It is.
In New York culture.
Yeah.
A little lesson for you, a little TED talk.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I think there's a lot of things that I kind of want to talk about when it comes to like culture, society, and everything.
Okay.
And it is actually centered around the whole Rihanna pregnancy reveal, right? So I do want to give them, like, on a serious note, like, New Life is amazing.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Beautiful thing. Shout out to them.
Right.
I'm sure
Wishing
it's
her a
difficult.
healthy pregnancy.
Healthy, happy pregnancy as
Right.
always.
Right.
Because, you know, having somebody be in the spotlight the way that she has been
Right.
her entire life, all the speculation about her pregnancy for all the years.
For a while
like,
now.
For
Yeah,
years
yeah,
it's
yeah,
been
yeah,
speculated.
yeah,
Oh my God,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh, she wore a dress like this. She's pregnant. So
Yeah.
I can imagine it's a overwhelming feeling to be
Right.
like, yo, this is the guy that I'm going to decide. Because we got to be honest.
Yeah.
ASAP is the lucky one in this one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
yo,
I have
who-
said nothing.
Who is like
But
denying
okay.
that though? Like nobody would deny
Nah,
that. Like,
but I think
Okay.
we just don't really say it.
Nah.
Okay.
oh, everyone was saying it on
Because
my
if
timeline.
They
the
say
roles were reversed,
Yeah,
we
they
would
s-
say that.
They say he turning a Rihanna baby daddy.
Facts. And there's
They
nothing
saying
wrong with that.
They saying
They
that. They
saying
playing
that.
like
That's
that.
what they
He
saying.
know. I think he knows.
Yeah.
He knows he caught a big fish in a sense of, and I hate to put
Yeah.
like a value on women. I'm not doing that.
No, not at
But
all,
even even women will agree with me. Rihanna's one of those women that is heralded, right?
Yeah.
So I
Absolutely.
think that yo, I'm PC as fuck.
Yo, and not
yeah,
that,
yeah.
we're not saying
I know.
ASAP Rocky is not a catch,
Yeah,
but we're just saying
that a lot of men and women have lusted over Rihanna, and the fact that he's the one guy that has this special thing with Rihanna. He created a child. I think he's being,
Let me translate.
Okay.
Let me fucking translate
What
for
that
this
mean?
guy,
What's
bro.
that?
Because he's mad PC.
Okay.
Rihanna's a fucking billionaire.
Okay. That's another story.
That's the clear
Okay?
difference.
I was just still on her. just
Rihanna
her.
is
okay.
a billionaire.
Sure.
Clear difference.
Yes.
So if the roles were reversed, I want to keep that same energy.
Okay.
Because if Rihanna was the guy,
Okay.
and there was, let's say, Tinashe. And Tinashe got with
She
a
just got a
billionaire.
random stray.
Not her catching a
Yo,
stray.
she just caught a sniper bullet.
Nah, because ASAP is like
Shit.
the Tinashe of rap.
Yo.
What? No, he's not.
They only got 2 good songs.
Savon.
Oh
Savon,
my
what is that?
God.
And the sex appeal, like they
We're
both got
never
sex
gonna
appeal.
get anywhere.
We don't. I'm not claiming what
for us.
Savon just said. ASAP
Well, y'all
Rocky
in the
has
music industry,
no.
so I
ASAP
can
has
say
more
what-
than 2 fucking songs.
He has more than
He
that.
was at one point. He
Got
was.
full.
He and the ASAP
Say
Mob were
more.
the hottest people like
No,
in
the
the
mob
industry.
was. The culture
That's what I
was.
just said. ASAP Mob.
His music?
They were the coolest like
They were the
collective.
coolest. They were
Yeah.
a dope
Like,
collective, and they
they
were from
had
New
that,
York.
like-
that was a
Absolutely.
dope
I
collective
get
from New York.
that. And so Tinashe had a nice little 4-song
Savon,
run.
this is not
Nah,
gonna
I
work.
ain't
This is
gonna let
not.
you-
You're
Nah,
not.
I ain't gonna let you
No,
go.
no, no,
You're
no,
not.
no.
Y'all
from New York.
Tinashe had like, if we keep it 100, like 1.5. I ain't gonna let you do
We're
that to
comparing.
Rocky.
You're
Yeah.
comparing Tinashe to ASAP
A$AP,
Rocky.
yeah,
We cannot allow
in
you.
a larger again,
No,
we are
no.
caught up in the New York bias, bro.
No,
not
we're-
a New
no,
York
yo,
bias.
ASAP is like ASAP changed the game. He
was
was
the
really like the
creative
pretty,
director.
like
Tell
he
him.
was really like he changed
There
the
was
game.
mad pretty
he was
niggas before
creative
that.
director of fucking
Y'all seen LL Cool J?
He had packs on right now.
Yeah, like this is a different. This is
No,
Savon, what'd
ASAP
you just
Rocky
say?
really like he changed the game.
Wait, hold on, Savon.
Shout out to Tinashe.
Wait,
Damn,
Savon,
bro.
Savon. Wait, hold on.
Relax, bro.
Savon, what'd you just say?
Well, she said that he was like the first pretty guy in hip hop.
That's not
And
what I said.
What'd you say?
I was saying his lyric, the pretty motherfucker house, whatever. Like
Yeah.
that was
That
a
was a- I
I
moment.
thought you meant
He
like pretty
embodied that.
boys.
Yeah,
Like he
Puerto
embodied
Rico.
that.
Kind of like the fashion, like Soho. I don't know. I can't explain it, but
Yeah,
you were there.
that
You were
vibe.
He was.
there.
He's a culturally. He means a lot to hip hop.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I'm not taking that away from him.
Okay.
Musically, he's fucking Tinashe.
No,
No,
he's
he's
I'm
not.
not gonna let you do that, bro. I'm not gonna let you do that,
Bro,
bro.
we have artists that we want to be.
not
Live
gonna
Love
let you do that,
ASAP.
bro.
No.
Enough
no.
of Tinashe. Shout out to
Yeah.
Tinashe, man. I hope
Shout
you're
out
doing
to
good.
This is not the
It's
shit.
not a knock, bro. Like they're both super successful.
Yeah, I know.
No, you're
It's a
saying-
And mad people
sledgehammer.
lust over both of them.
Actually, no. It
I
is
remember
a,
I was in a relationship and somebody was like, "Oh my god, I love ASAP Rocky." I'm like, "Yo, I don't look nothing like him, but I get it. Like he's swaggy and all that other
Yeah.
stuff. He made this song. Like this was a classic.
Yes.
And Tinashe's the same way. Like she's fucking beautiful.
Who would've
And
started
she
your-
made like decent music at some
Who would
point.
have started your villain origin story? Would have started with ASAP Rocky.
Nah, I wasn't hating on him. I salute him.
Okay.
Because he keeps
Let me
niggas
see
with
what he
no
doing.
facial hair alive. And I love that for me.
Nah, he make it look fly.
I love that for me.
Look at where you're going. How do you
This
do
is-
this,
this-
bro?
he put
How do
out.
you do this,
Listen
man?
to this.
this comparison
How
did
did you
not
get
work,
us here?
Savon.
Look
Of
at
course,
what he.
it's a classic.
This is a masterpiece.
Yeah, this is a classic. It's a
I love
classic.
this song.
It's one of the best posse records.
Ever.
But he's
in
also
the
on it
last
with
20
Drake.
years,
Drake can
hip-hop
never
wise.
listen to this shit ever again.
And Kendrick.
And Drake.
Yeah.
And 2
Look
Chainz.
at what
you
he
said,
put
Madonna.
together.
on that.
So
Taking
yeah, I'm
hella
not
long,
knocking
bitch,
his
give it
like.
to me now.
But again, I'm just putting it in like the totality of
His whole
if-
first project, matter of fact.
If there was, and
my
let's take
God.
names out of it, let's take Tinashe out of it. If there was a
Please.
woman who who got pregnant or had a relationship with a billionaire who was not just a billionaire, but somebody we looked up to
Culturally.
exactly, with such reverence,
Yes.
and had that social status,
Yes.
stature,
Yes.
we would look at her like, oh, she won, she got this guy, da da da. So I just want to give Rihanna and women
I
that
think he
same
won.
respect.
Yeah,
of,
he
yo,
won. I think a lot of
yeah.
guys. I think even
Yeah.
she would say he won.
Yeah, I'm not
like
gonna
he
lie.
won in a sense, in a sense of like you just everybody has wanted this woman. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like a lot of people has wanted. Let me say everybody, but a lot of people have wanted Rihanna.
Yeah.
So and she's always been the one person that I feel like people feel like no one can really lock her down, or she's really never taken anyone serious. It's always been rumors like, oh, we're dating, kind of.
Yeah.
But it's I understand where it's coming from. bro.
Honestly, in hindsight, Knicks don't gotta win a chip. Nets, y'all don't gotta do nothing.
That's not gonna happen.
This
You
is
know what I'm
enough.
saying? We collecting our wins on another side.
Yeah. This
You
is
get what
a
I'm saying? So
trophy
y'all
of
could
all
just-
trophies.
Thank you.
You a Knicks fan? Bless your heart.
I tried.
You're a Knicks fan? You a Knicks
I
fan?
tried to be, so I don't say much now.
You don't come across to me as like a Knicks
You
fan. I don't
don't,
know.
'cause I don't like stress.
I don't get like Knicks fan energy from
I don't
him.
either.
because I don't like stress, and I'm a winner.
That's a stain on you.
It is. That's why I had to wipe that motherfucker off. You know
I
what I'm
get
saying?
it. Okay.
That is one of the
well,
stains.
congratulations.
Thank you,
and-
brother.
and
Can I
just-
ask y'all what song is better? And then I want to go to my point about society and like Rihanna and everything.
Oh yeah, we got
If-
shit to go.
So we just played fucking
fucking problems.
ASAP classic.
Fucking problems.
right.
This is another classic though. So they both got like
Savon.
this is in the same vein.
No, it's not.
This don't make your
Yo,
shoulder
Tinashe, I
move.
hope you're doing all right, man. I really do. I hope your good
This
mental
is a
health is
good-
good.
It's a great
Why y'all
song.
trying to make me
Wait,
sound
that's
like
the
I'm?
two on?
Because you sound crazy
Yeah.
right
You're
now.
comparing Tinashe to
To
ASAP
A$AP
Rocky.
I am.
That's what you're doing right
I
now.
am.
Because
I
they
am,
have
bro.
two good songs.
And we
So
have
who would you
integrity.
compare him to? Like Normani?
Normani is even like she's
a
new.
newer.
She's new.
She's
like,
newer.
She's not
But
even
she comes
like.
from a group.
But this comparison just doesn't make
Yes.
sense.
So
like,
who can we compare ASAP to when it comes to like a female songstress or R&B pop artist?
We can't, bro.
We can't culturally. Who's
I don't know. Yeah,
But you
I
know
can't
what,
really
though?
think of anyone.
on the fashion tip?
Whoa,
I love the way.
Oh, I would say Tiana, but
I like
no.
that. That's dope.
But no, because at the end of the day,
I like
Okay.
that.
ASAP, and I love Tiana. I love Tiana, but I think ASAP has had more successful records, numbers wise,
Yeah.
besides her, but fashion wise,
Right.
Influence.
Creativity
acting,
wise,
creatively,
visuals.
as far as just a
I like
person,
that. Yeah.
she is. Yeah, she's one of those.
I like that.
She's one. I would compare her to him. So,
Okay.
coach, like
and
that's what I'm saying.
she's from Harlem too. So
Yeah,
that's a perfect.
ironically,
Harlem
see what
thing.
they give us.
See?
Like Harlem is a
Okay.
different.
I
That's
love
why.
Harlem. They're
See,
so
instead of y'all
creative. I
just
love
like
them.
judging, y'all should just flush these ideas out with me. Because if you would have
No,
just
because
said
you
that,
literally
No,
said.
because you think like a
No.
you think like a fourth grade math teacher, bro. Like,
I do.
He thinks everything's are equations.
Very
Nah, fact.
specific.
Yeah.
What's the
Not
fourth
fifth grade.
You know,
Fourth grade.
yeah,
Yeah, we
just
gotta
fourth.
correlate
You got some
that.
damage
No,
there?
because my only
Yeah.
issue with that,
Was
you could
feeling
think
a
that,
lot
but you
back
said you're comparing them because they each have two mainstream records. I'm like, that's just not true. Like, ASAP is huge.
No, I was just saying that because I know like a lot of people find them both attractive, and in my opinion, they had a underwhelming musical career. Personally, in my opinion,
Maybe lately,
You could
but
tell.
you could never take
Yeah.
away that era that he had with the ASAP mob.
because
They were
he
really
was the,
the
they were the
coolest
ones,
people
bro.
ever. Like,
Ferg,
They
yeah.
cemented a lot.
He gave us Ferg.
No, shout out to
Like,
him. Shout out.
That's
Shout out.
right. And Tinashe, hope your mental health is well.
Yo,
Yeah.
I hope
honestly,
you're doing
that was
okay.
not a knock to Tinashe. It
Absolutely.
just didn't make sense
Yeah.
to me.
You gotta
Tinashe,
really think about it.
Tinashe
Let me-
stayed relevant, by the way.
I
She
wanted,
is.
I wanted to read a tweet from a young novelist.
Oh my God, here we go.
A young novelist from Twitter.
I'm so interested. in
He
this.
goes, a young philosopher, great man. Let me read you the tweet.
Great man.
Great man. All right, his at name is at sgreat SGRATE_. Quote: New York niggas impregnated Rihanna and Beyonce. I want you to really think about things, folks. Ladies and gentlemen,
Is that flex?
ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to really think about things, man. Sweetheart, if you are at home lonely, tucking yourself to bed with ice cream, it's probably because you ain't, right, Savon, visited New York. You know what I'm saying?
Don't right say
Is this
all
an
that.
ad for New York
no,
niggas?
I'm gonna just let Alex
Yo.
unload the whole clip because I can't say anything because my man is also from New York
Yo,
and
look,
it's
watch
working.
this.
You
Watch
know
this.
what
Watch
I'm
this.
saying?
It's
It's going well.
crazy
It is
because you're
going
like
very
in
well.
Jersey.
Reggie,
It's crazy.
watch this. Watch, Reggie, you happy?
It's working. I'm so happy.
You see? Look at that. That could be you.
Do you see a future with him?
Huh?
Do you see a future with
Of
you, man?
course,
Look at
I
that.
would not be wasting my
Look at that.
time at this point in my life if I didn't see a future. So
But Nick, yeah, Nick.
what?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now
You
she
better
made good
stop.
music. Now
You
she made
gotta
good
relax.
music.
Y'all
Nah,
better
she make-
relax.
See, y'all be so-
Who?
huh? What
Y'all
happened?
better relax.
I love Nicki Minaj music.
Oh.
Continue, my nigga, on what you saying.
Okay.
God,
All right.
bro.
So
I want to get on my bullshit about that, but I won't.
Do not.
that's why I had to
Do
stop.
not.
Maybe on
not.
Patreon.
Do not.
Maybe on
Yeah,
Patreon.
I'm
I
not.
had to literally
Oh my
stop.
God.
I literally had to stop myself.
So was that an ad for New York niggas,
That is a New
basically,
York-
with
Yes.
these wonderful women?
Absolutely. There's a lot of young women out there confused as to why they haven't found a love to get. You see
Okay.
how Reggie's smiling on his couch every week? It's because a New York man is pleasing her.
Oh wow.
And you know what? In hindsight, that CLB cover, it looks real intentional,
Does it?
if you ask me.
I don't think so,
What's
man.
CLB? Wait, he dropped the CLB cover?
Nah.
What was the CLB?
Wait, what you talking about?
What was the
When he had
certified?
Oh, certified love. I'm sorry.
pregnancy
You talking about Chris Brown?
emoji.
No.
Oh,
He wants some new cream.
The pregnancy
okay.
emojis.
Got you.
People are trying to like correlate,
Oh
like,
my God,
he
internet,
knew
come
'cause
on,
that's
bro.
his ex. Like,
Think about
I
it.
think the internet gives Drake a lot more credit than
Yeah, I
he
don't
What do you
deserves.
mean? What do you, that he knew?
Yeah, like I don't think he knows. I don't think he cared too much. Like
I think he
No, he
cared.
cared once,
Come on. I think he
once the
cared.
news came out. Like
Sure.
now it's like, damn, I really have no shot with
But
this
an
girl at
album
all.
cover, bro, I don't
But yeah, I
know
don't
about
think
that.
I
Really?
don't think he was that calculated.
And
Yeah.
to suck the fun out of it, that like logistically he couldn't have known by then because she wouldn't have been showing back in September. Like
I will
so-
say this though, when it comes to the
No?
industry
That's what I'm
and the
saying.
inside industry,
That's what I'm
the industry
saying.
knew already. Like, yo,
That's
Rihanna,
what I'm
pregnant.
saying. Yeah,
Like,
of
you
course.
understand what I'm saying?
Of
Like,
course.
the industry
That's what
knew,
I'm
like,
saying.
close knit.
Yeah.
So he might have been knew
That's
that.
what
You know
and
what I mean?
It's not
Like,
too far off. Certified Lover Boy was released in September.
Yeah.
And
She-
why would
yeah.
why, I'm sorry, but like why would now that I'm thinking about it, why would he make pregnant women his cover? Like that out of all things?
Out of,
That's
out of
his
all
MO.
emojis.
we are just conspiracy.
Nah, just think
This
about
is
it.
a
Think about it.
It's
conspiracy.
a Lover
barely-
Boy album, but pregnant women?
He barely spoke about women on it. There's a few records on there, but it wasn't like the R&B Drake album that we thought we was
I
gonna
thought it was gonna be R&B Drake album. when I
Why
first
would he
heard it.
just put that on there? throw
Sometimes
that
it's
on there?
art we can't even understand, yo.
Look at you.
Sometimes
Yeah, but
it's art.
look
We
at you.
can't even
Can I say
understand.
this too, though? You know why I
Maybe
don't
he
believe this?
manifested it.
You know what thwarts this? Because
Why?
he's been saying that Certified Lover Boy was coming soon for mad long.
Right.
Like,
No, we're
he
talking about
been
the
saying
cover.
that.
The
No, I
cover.
get that.
Right.
But I just feel like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's
I can
been
imagine
no
him.
correlation. The internet keeps Rihanna and Drake being a thing.
Yeah.
Like Drake doesn't
It's
talk
some-
about Rihanna. Rihanna doesn't talk about Drake. Like
Yeah, I don't
they're
think
not
that.
subbing each other. I
It does-
think we just like a little bit
I mean, you
too
can't blame us
infatuated
though because
with
like
celebrities.
he
Far from
I
really
can't blame
went
us.
no he
Far
really
from
went on
infatuated.
stage and was like Rihanna,
How long
I
ago?
love you. I don't know, a few
Yo,
years
bro,
ago.
I
I told a woman
he
I
has
loved her
said
8 years
Savon,
ago.
do you-
That
do you-
doesn't hold true today.
I think, see, he used words like we're infatuated. Savon, I think you really forgot how hard Drake was kind of moving when
I
he
don't.
was
Yeah,
yeah,
dealing
he
with
clearly
Drake,
loved Rihanna.
he
Yeah.
moves
he was
hard
going
when
hard,
he
bro.
loves celebrity women.
Huh?
Him and
Yeah.
Serena Williams. He went hard for Serena Williams.
Now that
bro,
was a
you
little
know what's
moment.
funny?
That was a moment.
That
Rihanna was
felt
long.
like such a stint because
Yeah.
I feel like I heard about it and then I never heard about it again.
Serena.
But it was a thing.
Yeah.
I never
no,
saw
no,
them
that was a
together.
little stint. Rihanna, him and Rihanna has been years. We all
Years.
know Drake has
Yeah.
wanted Rihanna for
Come
We
on,
years.
you know
that
that-
Love Fest alive, bro.
Yo,
I
Savon,
think-
I don't like when you do that, bro. You be trying to act like you're not human. You got the most
What do you
emotions up
mean?
here. I ain't gonna do
I
that.
always admit that.
No.
Because I
you
don't
gonna
want to
really
look at Drake
try
and
and sit
Rihanna and
here
be
and
like, oh,
act.
they love each other still after they never said they loved each
No,
other in
yo,
like 5
it's
years.
Rihanna.
I'm not gonna
Like,
say, Savon, you just went
I
the
love
most
her.
extreme way. Come on, let's tone it
I'm
down
not
a
doing
little
that, bro. I'm not going for that.
All right, I'm gonna put it like this though.
Okay.
You have dealt with people and women,
Absolutely.
where like the effect of the relationship has lingered.
Oh,
Matter of fact, you're the
years.
same one that has probably said on this podcast that you don't want to see your ex work happy.
Never.
You sure you didn't say that before?
Jesus, the double down.
Are you sure? You sure you didn't say that on this podcast?
But what I'm
bro?
saying is,
Yeah,
two people who have clearly moved on.
2 or 1.
Two, bro. Drake has a whole child.
Sure.
A whole thing. Like, he doesn't mention Rihanna. There's not even like subliminals. Drake is the king of subliminal messages. We don't even get subliminals of Rihanna.
Just wait
like,
on that
we're
album.
pulling, we're reaching. And I think it's because we love these two people so much. The thought of them coming together is
Yeah,
dope. And they were together at one point.
Yeah, we
so
trying to put them
kinda
together.
hold on to it. But
Yeah.
bro, it's been so long. Both of them have been in like numbers of relationships
Yeah.
since they've been together.
How many people? Stop.
the internet,
How many
bro.
times you been in a bunch of relationships? And
Not me.
never?
No,
Okay, so I'll
fuck
speak to
no.
people. Okay, so now Savon.
I was in a situation for a decade, bro. Never called nobody else my girlfriend in that time frame.
Isolated situation, so
Damn.
I'll open up the conversation. I know there has been people that have dated a plethora of people while still missing and
Their
holding
ex.
on to one of those relationships.
That's true.
It's like you're, in a sense, you're chasing that
the one
feeling
that got
again.
away.
Come on,
And
bro.
I'm not saying that doesn't apply. What I'm saying is,
I'm just saying it's something to think about.
what I'm saying
Something to
is,
think about.
Drake has never given us a reason
Says
to
who?
say
You know that nigga? You guys' phone number?
He
You
has
FaceTime
never
that nigga?
given us a reason, is what I'm
Take
saying.
care is the reason.
And when was Take Care,
Wait, wait,
bro?
wait.
I
No,
was
that
in
wasn't
high
that long
school.
ago. I get
Yeah,
what Savon is
that's
saying.
dumb
He's saying
long
like, yo,
ago.
like let's
Yeah.
just let it go because they let it go. But I'm saying I get what Savon is saying. Like,
Yeah.
yo, but I'm saying that there's a reason why you can't blame the general public though because it was such a huge thing for mad years.
I get that, and I'm not gonna argue that, but
But Savon is saying like, yo, like, can we like move on?
Yeah,
Like
well,
they
we
haven't.
can move
Yeah.
on, and I don't be in these people's business anyway. You know me, I don't really give a fuck. But what I do like to speak to is things that people can relate to, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I wasn't dating mad girls at a point while I'm still thinking about one of the ones I feel like I could really have done a serious thing with.
Now that's a deeper
That's what I'm
conversation.
trying to-
I'm not
yeah,
gonna
bro.
lie to you
Yeah.
because you know what? What's
Yeah.
funny is like I think about every relationship I've been in. Right? There's always been like two girls that I've always like when I had that breakup that I'd be like. I go right back to those like these two girls.
How many
yeah.
Rihannas do you think Drake has come across?
it's only one Rihanna.
That's
one
my
on one.
point, bro. So I
It's
feel like
only
that's
one
always
Rihanna.
gonna stick with you.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why people
Yeah.
are kind of like, yo, he's still on Rihanna. When,
That's it.
because
I'm
there's
not
only
mad
one
at
of her.
that. Well, I guess actually this leads me to a point where I wanted to
Congratulations,
talk about it
word.
because I seen a lot of people repost them, ASAP Rocky and Rihanna, right?
Okay.
And it led to another conversation for me, which is our fascination with worshiping celebrities, right?
Okay.
So I saw a quote posted by Hovain. Shout out to Hovain. It
Shout out
said,
to Hov.
"Celebrity worshiping might be the biggest virus plaguing our society after COVID."
Yeah.
I agree that. I
And
agree.
going from the last conversation we just had, going into because I would love for the people that were posting Rihanna and ASAP Rocky the way that they were
Yeah.
to support the people in their real lives when their real friends
Right.
and their real family
Right.
are trying to do things and excel in life.
This is to me this is human behavior, right? Like this is society. You know what I mean? You're talking about human behavior. Like when it comes to being a fan of someone, like when I meet a fan, I say, wow, like how did you grow up this way, or why is this person that important to you? Like when I meet like I'm scared to even say their name. Like when I meet a BTS fan, that fanship is just on another level, bro. It reminds me of like the NSYNC days back when we was kids. Right. So to me, I think some people are just, bro, there's people that just built that way. Like I'm personally not that kind of person. Like I'm a fan of people, but I don't obsess, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But there's some people that genuinely obsess, and that's human.
So
like,
is
that's
it-
human.
I don't know. Is it human?
Yes.
Yeah, probably
I think
people
that has
that
been
have-
going on since the beginning of time. We're talking about something that has been since the beginning of time,
Okay.
where people are looked at others like gods. It's just beginning of time. Like
Because
that's never
there are
going to
people
stop.
that have very obsessive personalities, and they kind of take it into every realm of their life, right?
What you gonna do? I don't think there's nothing you can do about that. I think that's just some people are just like that.
But at what point do we have like course correction?
Yeah.
course
Yeah,
correction.
standing culture has gone too far way too many times.
Oh, stand culture.
Yeah, I thought that's what we were talking about.
Well,
like
it's not just so
worshiping
much
celebrities.
it's just like the worshiping of celebrities. Like the pregnancy that you know what fucks with me?
What?
Is that there'll be something super, super important in like world news. World news.
Yeah.
You won't hear a fucking thing.
Nope.
But something like this, it was everywhere.
Entertainment, bro. It's some people I see, you know what I see it as? I see it as people are looking for a distraction, bro. Like there are people that are living lives that are not happy, that are looking for an outlet, right? And they may not be the most talented people in the world. They may not have the best job or have the best situation as far as the home is concerned. And bro, sometimes that is the entertainment, bro.
I'll
You
say this.
obsessed, like straight
Got it.
up.
I'll
Just like
say-
people write hating ass comments under our shit.
Yeah.
Some of those people, a lot of those people are fucking miserable, bro.
I'll say this though, you know, I think they just dumb. An article was released by
Hey,
Independent.
I talk about my transitions. I will say.
Not my shit supported by facts.
Nah, that's fine.
Wait, what? Wait,
Yeah.
who's dumb?
Let me read a little article. The People. Let me show you. There's an article that was released here on Saturday, January 8th of 2022. People who are obsessed with celebrities may be less intelligent, study suggests.
Holy shit.
There is a quote. There is a direct association between celebrity worship and poor performance on cognitive tests. Researcher says. A Hungarian study published in BMC Psychology found a direct association between celebrity worship and poor performance on cognitive tests. Let me keep reading. The research was conducted using a survey of 1,700 adults who completed a series of tasks, including a 30-word vocabulary test and a digit symbol substitution test. They also completed a celebrity attitude scale questionnaire created in order to establish how interested they were in famous people. It concludes, the researchers concluded that those who scored highest on the celebrity attitude scale also had lower performances on 2 cognitive ability tests. However, they acknowledged they could not say whether an obsession with celebrity culture was either cause or consequence of having lower cognitive abilities.
Because that's what I was thinking.
Right.
I was like, is it because they're obsessed that they're not diving in or,
to
or
learn other
exercising?
things?
Right.
Okay,
That's
see
what
what
in my
you're
head. Because I was like,
saying.
I don't want to believe,
saying now.
and I'm not a scientist, but I don't want to believe that you are innately less intelligent if you have the obsession gene.
I don't know
yeah.
because like if you are like mad, I'm not just talking about us who are casually like observing like these big cultural moments. Like I got my tweet off too about like Rihanna and her pregnancy, but like
damn sure
if
did.
you are but if you are genuinely just like really obsessed with this person that you don't even know, never even met,
Right.
maybe all your marbles are not, there. Like if you're if your life revolves around like standing a celebrity, I don't know. Is
I
that
think it's
really
a pretty
like,
bad how. I think it's
like
a.
why would like I don't know.
Here's my thing with any hobby that I feel like isn't healthy. Not even. Here's my thing, because there's people that make a lot of money doing this shit, right? There's
Doing what?
TMZ exist,
Okay.
like E News and Hollywood News. People make a lot of money in it. I like if you have something like that in your life that you find a way to monetize it. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you're gonna have an obsession about anything in your life, please try to figure out a way to monetize it so that it is conducive to your lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? As opposed to you're spending so much time on this one thing that doesn't make add any value to your actual life, but at the same time, you're not wasting your time. Like,
I also feel like people have always obsessed over rich families. I think that's something we don't highlight.
Think
enough.
about that.
Like,
Think about that.
Like
Yeah.
the studies that people are doing now are so important because we're entering territory that we've never been in.
Right.
As we continue to grow and progress as a society and technology evolves, like it fucks with the chemicals within your brain. So it's not like people are studying things from the past. Like we're trying to do tests and experiments in real time and figure out why do we react to certain things this way and what is this culture like on social media? How does it affect the real world? Like we're already talking about the metaverse and all of these other things, but just seeing the obsession with other people's lives, and I do understand the support because I can also understand like, yo, there's somebody's music or somebody who I look up to who has helped my life on an individual, on a personal level that maybe you may not understand. So I get those people who are supporting Rihanna, but I just wish that there was a way where as fast as the news spread about somebody being pregnant, as fast as a photo shoot goes and sets the whole internet ablaze, I wish there was a way for us to kind of get that same reaction when things are affecting
that matter,
real people, things that matter, because you know, she looked beautiful, and when I close my eyes, I can see her reveal so vividly. The colors so vibrant, the pink, the blue that ASAP was in, like it just encapsulated like their announcement. It did what it was supposed to do. And I can't knock her or her team. Like that's what you want when you are happy about something. And,
I want to show it to the world.
Exactly. So I can't be mad at that. I just want to put a little bit more onus on us as a society because it's like, yo, fam, real things are happening. Like for instance, I'm gonna be a little turn, right? I don't want to fuck her name up, but Chesley Kirst.
Who's that?
She was a Miss America contestant who transitioned,
yes,
who
I
took
saw
her
that.
own
Rest in
life
peace.
this past week.
I did see that.
Right? And you go on a page, the last post on her page was something very cryptic, right?
I
It's
hope this
funny.
day brings you rest in peace.
I hope this day, yeah, exactly.
What did she say?
I hope this. Her caption was, it was just a picture of her. It said, "I hope this day brings you rest and peace."
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's very cryptic, you know. And if you look on her page, beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Vibrant woman.
Miss
You
USA.
never,
Miss
exactly.
USA?
You never know. Charismatic. You know what I'm saying? Smart, intelligent. Like she is the prototype of what the beauty standard is today.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
and to know that, you know, she was going through it. I wish that maybe there was a message behind that. Maybe not share her story so much to that magnitude because, you know, just being sensitive to her family and people that love her.
Okay.
Like you don't want to make anybody the poster child of something so tragic,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
But if there was just a response or a tidal wave that said, hey, let's focus on mental health, let's focus on a larger message. But yet Rihanna kind of took over the news cycle. And that's what I'm looking at. Like I'm putting the mirror up to us
Like
with this
imagine all the
conversation.
people that like had a gender reveal and then Rihanna dropped her shit.
And it was clip. Do you think that we snitching on ourselves by our behavior like this?
What you mean?
You know how we're snitching on ourselves because the fact that happened, but and the Rihanna thing happened, it kind of lets you get an insight. Like if I'm an alien from a foreign planet and I see that news, right? And I'm like, oh, well, wow, that's a death. Like that's a death that seems like that would be pretty big. And then you look at the Rihanna thing, you see the pregnancy, you say to yourself, oh, wow, well, you know, we gave this way more attention and power and things of that nature. Are we putting human beings, truthfully, on different scales of what we care about?
Because it sounds like people are more accepting of what new life can bring.
Right.
And death is a pretty a solemn topic for a lot of people.
But is the real power in who?
Yeah, right.
Not about the actual action. Because,
Right.
and I this is morbid, but God forbid a celebrity we care about passes. I'm not saying care about, but a celebrity that people have a lot of investment in.
Sure.
Wouldn't that ring off? Like it would go crazy. Like think about all the people that have passed. Just in the past 2-3 years, that when they pass, and I ain't gonna say the names because I don't want to make anybody emotional.
Of course.
It was huge.
Massive.
So I think as people, I think we snitch on ourselves as human beings and our behavior, and we do put other people ahead of others, bro.
Oh,
as far as
absolutely.
who we care about more, and I think that's genuinely what it is.
It was
Like,
a few of y'all wishing Lil Baby a happy birthday.
When?
That's crazy.
Like when Lil Baby when it was his birthday, I never seen so many
Happy
young
birthdays?
men post happy birthday. But it's like when your people be having a birthday celebration, they probably won't even get a text.
Yeah.
A lot of happy birthday, Little Dirk. So back to that point you're making, you're right. We are prioritizing.
We prioritize.
But I think I get in that. I think you prioritize with what you give to the most.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And what we're more invested into.
Yeah, what you're more invested. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
they might be really big fans of Lil Baby, and because they're such big fans of Lil Baby, they forget their cousin birthday because maybe they might not see their cousin or listen to their cousin on a week-to-week, day-to-day basis. The human mind is interesting.
Maybe. Well,
Yeah.
I think that's another reason why comment culture is so big, right? Because I feel like there's a social currency in, like, there's a dopamine hit when you post like, when you see Sports Center. Like, think about it. There's somebody right now that has Sports Center and all these pages, Shade Room, tagged where if it posts immediately, I want to be known. I want to get a
Yes.
notification.
Yeah.
So imagine you get a Shade Room post. Somebody right now looks at that Shade Room post and goes, "What's the funniest thing I could post so that I can get mad people to like my comment?" Like the funniest thing I see is when people say, "Yo, I'll be the dislike button." It's clever. Like when I see that, I was
Yo,
like,
that's
is
me under Devon Terrell's reels. Yo, one time on the shooter video, on the when I pull up that video, my comment got 160 likes.
Oh
so
my
I got
God.
I don't think it was 160. It got mad likes and I was so honored.
Yep. Anytime I see Reggie, I'm like, that's gonna go up. I'm like, go ahead, Reggie, go up. But like I said, we are aware of this, and I think that's another reason why people even join them out. Because if there wasn't any dopamine hit or some type of like exchange that I would get from interacting, then I don't think people would even bother with it. I think when people get a chance to say, "Yo, that's crazy," when celebrities post the person that passed, like that's we are strange people,
Exactly.
and we have a weird behavior.
Aliens coming.
Okay.
Aliens are coming? No, we are the aliens.
Oh, you muffled.
Yeah, the
Like,
aliens look
we
at
are-
us and be like, "What the fuck are they
we
doing?"
the strange ones,
We
my
are
fault.
the aliens. It's like the way that we kind of operate and just go about it. And I think a lot of it had to do with, like, I told you I disconnected from social media for a while. So
Yes.
I returned
But he
on.
back.
I came back on. I'm on Instagram. I'm back
back?
on Instagram.
All right, you back. We need
Twitter
you, bro.
is somewhere there. I probably won't post it, but I just observed. You know, I took the time to kind of just observe and just watch. And then when I did want to interject back in, I felt you know what it felt like? It felt like when, have you ever played on a sports team? When you were younger or anything, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I
you
wasn't
sitting on-
good, but
right. But at some point, you sit on the bench, and then the coach is like, "Yo, you're back in."
Yeah, facts.
And you gotta mentally prepare to get back in the game.
Yeah.
It was one of those like. It wasn't so natural for me to be like, yeah, let me come back to Instagram. It was more so like, all right, what do I expect? What am I coming back to?
I get you.
You know, it was like,
I took my moment.
Come back with purpose.
yeah.
Right,
And then it's like, oh shit. So first thing, I didn't really miss too much.
Right.
that's what I always say
Anybody
about
that missed me could get in touch with me and did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this fascination that we have with celebrities and worshiping and just always feeling like we have to know?
And in hindsight, I feel like
I hate that.
I think people don't realize it. Like they're lost in the algorithm and brainwashed by it.
Oh yeah.
So, I don't even know if I want to put the onus or the blame on people, because I have conversations with people about, again, phones, devices, internet.
Yes.
And from their responses, I can tell they don't know that they're directly being affected and influenced and manipulated by it.
Daily.
They don't even fucking, they don't even get it.
Yo, I
Just
like,
by their responses.
I do it. Like I used to do it with leave-ins. I used to do it with
yeah.
my mom. I do it with my sisters. And all I do is I just make them aware. That's it. Like I just
And
want you to be.
that's been our thing here lately,
Yeah,
right?
that's been
Just
our thing,
awareness.
like just awareness, and I can tell he's been aware because there's been he hit me with something. I hate when I notice he's getting older. Like he hit me the other day. He was like, "Yo, shit been crazy. I just need a few days. Like I'm gonna be off the phone." I said, "I don't give a fuck, nigga." So, but I can tell that stems from just us constantly talking. I'm like, "Yo, that phone, man." Like I'm like, "You haven't put that shit down since you stepped in here. It's been 2 hours." He's like,
Savon talking different shit.
that's good though. That's
I think the nigga got taller.
It's healthy. It's healthy. I wish I fucking could get taller.
All right, Devon.
But it's healthy, man. I'm happy that you did that because that's really important. Because I remember being on your podcast. Your podcast. It's weird to say that. Being on the podcast.
It's us.
It was a
mad
different
long-
version.
Different version of the podcast a long time ago. And I
Uh-huh.
remember I was off the internet and y'all invited me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is a controlled space where I'm in social media, but I'm not. I was off. Remember I said I was doing anything. I remember I almost I fucking cried on the show.
No,
Because y'all
yeah.
asked me about it. Because y'all asked me about like
Why?
something with social media.
Forgot
Yeah. And
about
I said,
that.
yo, I just
Wow.
need it was too much. Like it started
I've
to
had a
become too
moment like
much.
that before.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
But that's good you
Yeah.
you
Because
saw
now-
I went
that.
through that
now-
like 2 years ago.
Oh, you said that was like 2 years ago you did the same thing? See, the dope thing about
too
that
much.
is because now, Savon, you're taking control
Yeah, facts.
Of
Of your
Always.
your
Yeah.
your peace,
of your
what you
movie,
allow.
you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, bro.
you're taking control of your matrix. Because I feel like, bro,
Yeah.
yo, man, I ain't gonna lie. And
Yeah.
I remember I don't scroll on Instagram or anything like that. And
Sure.
by the way, I meant to bring this up to you. You on the episode I wasn't here. You was like, I don't be liking your stuff and I don't be like looking at your story. I don't be scrolling.
Damn,
my
hates
bad,
me.
Reg.
No,
My
I'm
bad, Reg. Yo, I've been meaning to bring that up for mad long. Like, yo, my bad, Reg. When she said that, I was like, oh, damn.
No,
Like,
no, because I don't blame you because it stems from you not sitting there fucking scrolling.
scrolling.
Yeah, so it's like a good
Yeah. So
reason.
unless I get it in unless it's the first thing that comes up, it's a dub. So like when I see the first thing that comes up, bro, it be I can tell Instagram be like, we got to get this nigga to scroll.
Yeah.
They'll throw the
Everything.
craziest shit in the
Yeah.
first thing. I'll be like,
You
I'm
wanna know
not scrolling.
What's funny is, so it's crazy because
fact.
again, you think or you would assume that your algorithm resets. And honestly, I love the fact that we have these conversations here because I don't feel like there's any other outlet that really goes this in depth with just like the connection to us, society,
Yeah,
and like
internet.
social media,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
our
yeah.
relationship with that, right? So
Yeah.
I know we talk about it a lot, but I think this is a space for that because a
Yeah.
lot of people are going through it and don't even know. And I feel like our conversations may even help somebody be like, yo, I'm really attached to this and I
Right.
gotta figure it out. But
Absolutely.
so I reactivated my Twitter briefly, right?
Okay.
And if you leave it, so it's been a few weeks, right? And everything reset. So it said I had 0 followers. It said everything was reset. It wasn't gone, but everything had reset because I had left it alone for so long.
Oh.
so
It
when
takes
I
a
came
while for
back,
it to come back.
It
Yeah,
takes
yeah.
a while for it to
Oh,
get
I
back.
didn't even know it did that.
So it
Oh,
takes a
shit.
while for you to get back. Like I could tweet and it would be like tweeting out into the abyss. Nobody would see my tweet. And I'm like, fam, what the fuck is happening, right? And I didn't,
didn't know that.
But
did
I
not
thought it
know
was
that.
pretty cool because my timeline appeared. And now y'all know on Twitter it has this thing where it says, "We think you'd like" or something. They
Yes,
suggest
we think
tweets
you like
now.
this.
Yeah,
I don't
put-
like shit.
But they put tweets
Right.
on the timeline now
Right.
Yes.
of people you don't follow. So I'm scrolling.
Yes, they do.
I'm starting to scroll. Mind you, I've been going off of this app for weeks.
Right.
The first thing I see is booty.
Yes. They said,
should know-
let's go to an old
Fitness.
faithful.
I'm like,
That should know him
why
well.
are y'all doing
That
this?
should
to
know
us?
you
Like,
well. Nah.
It don't.
That should know you
Bro,
well.
What? How?
You gotta take out your SIM card.
Does that mean
Hey,
your
it
old
was a
algorithm
white-
is there?
It wasn't. I don't
Hey,
know.
You gotta take out your
you
SIM
ain't
card.
wrong. Cause can I be honest with you, bro?
Please.
Real talk. You put a nice looking young woman with a nice whatever everything in front of me, I'm going to go like this.
But why y'all do that though?
Same.
For that.
What do you mean?
Because
Hey, I like that, man.
naturally
Why do I
made
do
this
that?
way. I'm attracted to women. So for me, when I see a nice looking girl, you're like, wow,
But put crypto
really
on my
attractive.
screen.
But you see why I tricked
Really
my shit?
attractive.
Put
But
NFT on my
you see-
screen,
but-
bro.
but
Y'all
they
don't
know.
have to do
See
that to
that?
get me back.
Nah.
It's like y'all trying to
You
hit
gotta
the
trick it
vein
back.
again.
They
y'all
know.
trying to hit the vein.
Yeah.
They know.
Leave me alone.
They know.
You gotta trick it. You gotta
They
trick
know.
it back.
They know. You know what they also know? They looking at all year because we all know this as guys, girls maybe too. But we all know it knows all of us that follow each other.
Yes.
And they go, this group of niggas.
Yeah.
Them niggas like that.
They like this bitch because they put it in their group chat last time. So I'm gonna throw this in there and I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit all their timelines same time. Like, do you understand how
I had a
intricate this shit
Clean
has to
Yo.
be?
feed, bro. I had a clean feed. I didn't tweet. It was nothing. And the first thing I see is some fitness ass.
Yeah, bro, you gotta reset your algorithm.
I thought I did.
Nah,
Nah.
you got to. So this is how you do it. This is how you go about it. Because I ain't gonna lie. The reason why I had to reset my Explore page a few months ago, whenever I did,
Okay.
there's a whole.
He's single, by the way.
I'm very single.
Odd.
Mad single.
Very
It's goody.
single.
We out here, outside. Hello, Megan. Good anybody.
He gonna get Melinda and
I
Meg.
told you this is what you gotta use this platform.
Look at
for.
your threesome.
Oh my goodness
Melinda
gracious.
Gates and Megan Good. That is a wild fucking
Nah,
party.
that sound like-
that sound
I ain't gonna lie.
That's the
That
best
sound like
of both
mad
worlds.
fun.
That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, think about it. Megan was praying for all that time. Melinda got money now.
Look who you brought God into
yeah,
this.
my
Come
fault.
on.
Fuck yeah, we talking about
Eminem.
No,
we're not
You're-
talking about. We're not talking about
No,
Eminem.
you're resetting your algorithm.
Oh, we said my
Melinda and
algorithm.
Meg, Eminem.
No, never Eminem.
That's your threesome.
No.
What?
What?
Where you at?
Melinda M, Megan M. Yo, sometimes I'll just be so far ahead of y'all.
Oh
niggas.
my
Y'all
God.
gotta
I
catch
thought
up.
you meant
Y'all-
Eminem like
come on,
the white
y'all gotta
rapper.
catch up. Keep up with me, man. Keep up with me.
This
But
nigga
yeah,
shot from half.
to kind of reset the algorithm. Nah, he got it. That was good.
it was half
That was a
court.
shot.
And it went in.
Yeah.
Surprise.
So what I had to do, kind of what Devon was saying, I would literally, because the phone knows knows how long you stare at a picture.
It
Yeah,
does.
yeah, yeah.
It
That's
even
what they
knows
gauge
how
it.
long you hover over a picture.
Yeah, I was swiping that
Yeah,
motherfucker.
so what I
Like,
literally
get
would
that
do
ass
now.
off my face.
You see that? We got to
Move
work
that
on
ass.
you.
You ever
We got-
press the do not show me?
Yeah,
Okay, I press
Yeah,
that.
that's my bag.
That's my bag.
So now I'll
Yeah.
just hover over specific. So now I only hover around cars. Like I might see a picture of a girl I really like, and I just will scrub
Swipe
past.
like, oh,
No.
I'm like, no.
Yo.
I like her. No.
Yo, you fight it? Isn't
be
that
fighting
fucked up? I'll be
I
like,
be
no.
fighting. No.
we gotta fight against.
And I'll be like,
Look what we gotta do.
I know.
Yo, I think
'Cause
Dev, you
I
like
ain't gonna get
tweeted.
beat.
You tweeted about it once, or you put on a shirt. You're like, Instagram, stop showing me booties, please.
I was like, please stop.
Nah.
And I kept pressing, stop showing me
Stop.
this. Even
And-
a girl's
yo, listen.
cute selfie, I
Nah.
said, stop.
Stop. I be talking about
because
phone, I
you're
be like,
trying to
stop.
start. You're trying to get me into that kind of
Yes.
rabbit hole. Stop. I don't want to see that shit.
Yes,
bro.
I be
Please.
talking to my iPhone like this. Stop showing me women right now.
And that shit works.
And it worked.
That shit worked because I
Sometimes-
saw his explore page once, and it was all like fucking Maseratis and shit.
There you go.
You
Mine
heard
is
Reggie.
basketball, nothing
You
but
heard-
basketball and podcasts.
Okay,
Mine
that's
is birria
good.
tacos.
Diddy and tacos?
Birria tacos.
Oh.
You know the dipping ones? Yes.
Because now think about it, right? We've kind of all created like peace in our algorithms to an
Yeah,
extent.
facts.
Yeah, Savon, you gotta get on board, boy. Just go hover
Nah,
around. What
I
you like
did.
again?
I honestly,
Neo, go hover around that nigga,
I don't
nigga
wanna
for
see
Tom
that.
time.
Brady.
I don't
All right,
wanna
my
see
Brady.
I don't need to see
Nah, he
neither
don't
one
play
of them
ball no
niggas.
more.
Yeah, I'm cool.
All right, damn.
Allegedly.
Honestly,
Allegedly.
it's a balance, right? Because it's booty
Oh.
and fitness. So now it's like, all right,
That is not a balance.
Not,
Fitness booties
That
hit
is-
different
that
than like
is
those
it.
booty booties though.
They go
yeah,
hand
you know
in
what I'm
hand.
saying? Like,
You want like the real booties. No offense to the fitness girls, but like yeah.
It's a
But
little
to bring
balance.
this back to the celebrity
Yeah.
conversation and Instagram and balance, what Savon just said,
Fact.
I think that we are so ingrained in like pop culture, celebrities, all that. We can't just like fucking turn it off. So there's a healthy way to do it though. Like
Yeah.
you can admire like rappers and their art and their lyrics, all that. But like as soon as you find yourself delving deep into like their personal life and caring about that shit, that's when it's like, okay, this is turning unhealthy.
Yeah.
So in terms of celebrity culture, just make sure you just tone it down a little bit
Yeah.
because we have to coexist within it.
That's true.
Either way.
You know what's funny? I think I go back to when I was a kid, right? And I think about was I obsessing over something? I'm like, yeah, I did obsess over Rugrats, for instance. I fucking
That's
obsessed.
valid.
I knew Chucky lived on 4466 Braintree Lane. I was that big of a
Wow.
fan. Like I knew the streets that they lived on.
I was a kid
This
and
was
wanted
so
Angelica.
random.
Angelica, she was the first girl I was
I
like,
like bad girls.
I don't like you, but I want
I
you.
want you.
That was the first girl I felt that way
Yeah,
about.
when I was a little kid,
I was a
yeah.
child as well.
I was a
just to let
child as
everyone
well, you
know.
fucking weirdos.
Fucking assholes. Remember
fuck?
they grew them up? That was weird.
Nah, that shit got me tight.
It
'cause
was
then I
one
didn't
of
know
the
how to
teens
feel.
They was in high school and
Then
shit.
I didn't know how to feel because I was
Yo.
faking that transitionary period too.
What does
like,
it do to
wow,
you?
Hold on.
This is my
Look
fucking
at him.
shit.
Wow.
Look at the nigga.
Bro.
We got drillers.
I'm gonna remix this.
Look at the nigga.
Hey, we gonna drill this.
This is happy place.
I know the melody
Yo,
on this
he's
shit.
mad happy over there.
Nigga, that was too old to be watching. I was like
Classic.
9-ish,
16
8-ish.
peeing in the bed and watching Rugrats.
I was pissing.
I see, bro, that's why you ain't hit your growth
Pissing.
spurt. That's why you ain't hit the growth spurt, bro. Because you was
I thought it
still
was a
such
safe space. You were just talking about how this
was
is
a safe space.
Right, Reggie? He was just saying
Nigga
that.
talking about my
This
growth
is.
spurt. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I was in high school, bro, I was in 11th grade, and I remember talking to my mom. I was like, yo, that shit you talked about, like growth spurt shit, it's gonna come. She sat me down. She
When
said,
it's gonna come?
she said, Devon,
Devon.
you have a beard. I said, yeah.
Yeah, mom.
So
it's working.
it's past.
She
that.
said, it's gone. I said, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
She told you that?
This isn't me. This isn't who I'm gonna be forever.
Damn.
And I was about 4'5'2" at that moment.
God,
You're not
damn.
5'2" now.
No,
though.
but hold on.
You're
Here's
like,
the
wait,
plot
like you
twist
hover over 5'2",
of
bro.
a little consolation prize. I
But you
remember-
had a beard at 5'2"?
yeah,
fly.
nigga, I was a short nigga with a beard, nigga.
Nah, that's fly.
Come on, man. I was
fly
grown.
shit.
You was a-
swinging.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
you
I
him.
went to, I remember going to college, and I was small in college, and I remember going to college, and my mother always told me, she said, yo, when you left and ran off, I said, damn, he's so small. That's what she said. She ain't say this to me, because she know that I was mad
That's
sensitive about
so
the shit.
mean.
She came back.
You were skipping away.
I was skipping and frolicking in my dunks. She came back that summer, like whatever, like 6 months to get me. I fucking grew like 3 inches. Like
Oh,
this
wow.
Oh, so you
random
did have a growth
Yeah.
spurt.
in
All you
college
have to
though.
do
It
is-
happened late.
Nah, because you was in the hood. Sometimes you just be needing to get out the hood. The hood
Oh
be
my
making-
God.
The hood be stunting your growth. Literally.
Nah, I do.
Nah, it do. The hood be stunting your
Rob,
growth.
Bro.
It do.
3-inch. I grew 3 inch. Now I'm about 5'7" on a good day.
Imagine if you was wow, on a good
You know what I'm
day.
saying?
Yes.
Almost hitting Tinder profile vibes, 5'8". Ooh, that surgery, I ain't gonna lie. One of y'all niggas put me onto the
You're
surgery.
not doing it, bro.
I'm fucking doing it.
Not doing it.
That's
I will
very
show-
risky.
It is.
It's not worth it, bro.
But it's
you
worth it.
got everything.
Nah,
this
you-
is another conversation. Maybe we gotta unpack, bro.
Nah, bro.
Like you got it.
Nah, bro.
You got it. You good.
Nah, you
And
don't
you're on your
understand.
workout journey too.
You
You know,
bro.
Yeah.
and it's
Yo, look how
working.
tight
But
that shit is fitting
imagine,
you, bro.
but imagine if I was a little taller
You-
with
you-
it.
Nah, you didn't need
Do you
that.
think it would
But you were
stop
confusing
there?
people though.
You would really be satisfied?
I would. If I
You
just
feel like
had,
that's the one piece
It's the
that
one.
doesn't
Because they
allow you to be
say
thin.
I don't
after-
want to change nothing else about myself.
They say
Nah,
about
nah.
surgeries, like once you get one, like tattoos, like once you get
Right.
one, you need more and shit.
Yeah.
They say that.
Yeah.
So, but I want that surgery. I just want 3 more. I just want to be 5'10". If I'm 5'10", bro, I'm solid, nigga.
But you're not even that far
I'm
off.
fighting.
guy.
Dev, you're not even that
But
far
you
away
still-
from
Nah,
that.
You're not far off. I'm
Isaiah
about to-
Thomas is 5'10". Like you're
He
not
is?
tall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn, I would look like baby food on that court.
That's what I'm
Because when I
saying.
see him, he is small on
He
that
be
court,
looking
bro.
mad.
That's
Small
what
on
I'm
the
saying.
court.
So your goals, like nigga, if you're gonna go get a surgery, you better come back looking like fucking
6?
Paul George,
No,
nigga.
you can't have me 6 feet, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nah,
This
for
whole
real.
shit is over.
You'll be
You
unstoppable.
go- yeah.
I'm gonna just give you the keys
No,
to
it's
this
your-
place.
it's your
I'm like, bro, I got other shit to
You're
do.
out.
It's your podcast.
I got other shit
I'm
to
going.
do.
I'm going to NBA, bro.
No, yeah.
And he's gonna sing all that.
I'm gonna sing it. I'm gonna be fucking Victor Oladipo. He's singing in NBA. I'm
Yes,
gonna
he
do the
does.
same trajectory, nigga.
Yes, he does.
I'm going to the league. If I'm 6 feet, I'm going
You're
to the
not.
league.
Nah, trust
I'm
me.
sorry
Nah,
to
trust
tell
me.
you.
That's what I
Nah,
thought.
son.
You feel me?
To the
then
league,
I
bro.
got, then I got to high school and they was looking for 6'10" niggas. They sat my ass down real quick.
Yeah, isn't 6 foot like short in the NBA?
It is.
Very.
Yo.
It is.
How about in real life? Before, you know, you could use to flex with 6 feet. You can't flex with
Yeah,
6
6 feet ain't a flex
You
anymore.
can't flex no
but
more
you know
with
what's
6
funny?
feet.
When I was
Fuck outta
younger, I could touch
Yeah.
the rim at my height. Like
Oh,
I
you-
was, I could jump.
So
Like
you
I
had
always,
bungees in
I
your
had
shit?
bungees.
Okay.
I always had
Yeah,
bungees.
yeah,
Always had bungees,
So for
yeah.
me, I was like, bro, if I was just 3 more inches, I could yam on these niggas and blow people's minds.
People's minds
Because
away.
you know the nigga
You
that
wanna
show
be
up.
Nate Robinson.
Hey, facts. Oh, inspiration. Because you know them niggas that come to the park, the coolest niggas in the world. That come to the
Yeah.
park. And they just like, who got next? And they be like, oh yeah, I do. And then he be like, all right, bet. You know niggas shooting around and nigga just 360 bang.
Yeah.
And he be like, I'm not gonna get next.
Who's guarding that nigga?
Who's guarding this nigga? And then he chill like,
Who's guarding
gonna
him?
pick
is
me
crazy.
next?
I
You
think
know
we
he
all
got
had
next.
a moment like, yo, who's guarding him? Like,
Yeah,
what is
OD.
what is we doing
OD.
on this court?
nah.
it's one brave nigga that always
he's-
steps up and do it.
NBA, man. I want to shout out to Kevin Huter.
Oh, was it you that told me
the
that story?
Atlanta Hawks? Yeah, bro. Shout out to Kevin Huter.
Oh, is that when we were watching basketball together?
Yes, as a family.
We were bonding.
we was bonding that day, and he beat the shit out of my high school, man.
That is a
Like,
funny story.
I never seen a tall, lanky, like, just Google Kevin Huter and then think about playing him in any sport, not just basketball. He doesn't look like he should be athletic at all, but
was frying
shout out to
asses
him.
up.
He
He
fried
was
up Brentwood High School a few
Fried
years ago.
Brentwood. Chop
yeah,
cheese,
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
niggas.
He definitely chopped cheese us.
It's all
Chopped cheese
good,
us for
though.
sure.
Shout out to Kevin Huter. He's
Speaking of
actually
chopped
really
cheese. Speaking of chopped cheese.
I'm interested.
Oh my goodness.
Where's this going?
Yo, this is your topic, yo. You wanted to talk about this.
What?
Did I?
Yeah, you
Chopped
did.
cheeses? They got chopped cheese in Jersey?
No, Wale, he chopped the broccoli fest and said,
Say
I'm
on,
off that.
please.
Look how
You're
you
like 0
segue
for
that.
3 with transitions
Oh,
today.
oh,
Like,
for 3.
I'm into that.
You
Look,
are
look what y'all
fucking
doing. Look what y'all
yeah,
doing. Yo, look what y'all
Look,
doing.
look.
Look what y'all
See?
hold on to.
What?
Yo, that's crazy.
he said, speaking of chopped.
If you need some Zod, just
He's
say
like,
it.
yo, I'm gonna kill him with this Wale chopped the broccoli.
Chop the broccoli.
Then he said,
chop the broccoli. Ah, ha, ha. Then the nigga said, ah, ha, ha.
He looked around for a reaction.
But I didn't do that.
you did a little bit.
I did that shit.
That's what in my head in the metaverse.
Yeah.
You did it in the metaverse.
Oh, y'all want to talk about Wale, so talk about Wale, goddammit.
I don't
So-
know if you know what you're talking about. So
So-
put me on
Rocky
game.
City, a very cool festival in the
Yeah.
DMV area, announced their lineup with their, the flyer and all that. You know, with the fonts on the flyers.
Very important.
Always a big thing.
Which ones are big, which ones are small.
Yes.
And then he was on the second row. Sorry, I'm just pulling up the flyer so I could see who was above him.
Sure.
It was like 21 Savage, Ari Lennox, and one other act. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember. And then he was on the second row. And then he quote tweeted that tweet, and he was like, "Yo, I'm dropping out of this festival." And people automatically had different reactions. And I'm glad like Dev is here because he's been
Yeah, I
there
didn't-
where he's booked for certain shows, so you know how it feels.
Right.
And people were just kind of assuming like, oh, he's being emotional about it. Like, you're not the only headliner worthy of the DMV. And then there was the other side of it where like, yo, he's really a hometown hero. Like, and this is a festival that is in his hometown, and they aren't giving him his flowers. There's two sides to it. So what do you guys think about that interaction? Also, I just want to say that like, people could say we don't know what happened behind closed doors.
Right,
We don't
right,
know
right.
why he's saying this. Like,
Right.
was it that he didn't want to do the festival? Was it that he just wanted to be a headliner? Was it that he didn't care? He just doesn't want to do it? Like,
Right.
what's his mental state? So there was a lot of people assuming, but I think there's a very interesting conversation because we can also go into like how people feel about Wale as a whole, his reputation, all of that.
That was a great open. So it's pretty much proven or said that it was the font thing that caused it.
That's what
can
people
assume.
assume.
We
just
can
assuming
assume,
on that
knowing
one.
That's why
Wale,
he-
knowing his pedigree, knowing how hard he goes for a city. I
Okay.
think we can assume that he
what
probably
pissed him
felt
off.
slighted.
And he recently tweeted 10 hours ago, it was failure in communication.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
So it's
I
good.
still like what we're talking about.
Yeah, I want to
So
talk about
he's-
it because I think it's a larger conversation to
It's
have.
way
Okay.
larger conversation.
But he's good. Is he saying it's back on? Is he saying
But
he's
I think
good?
he's just saying that for hearsay. Just for, I don't want people
I don't
to
think it's
start
back
to
on.
condemn me again or make me feel like I'm in my feelings again.
Because he's been accused of that a lot
Yeah,
in his
so
Yeah,
career.
he
They
has
just wanted
done
to
that.
make it seem like it was a
One thing he's
general
gonna
lash
do is lash out and speak his mind and do it on Twitter. That's one thing Wale has done for the past decade.
He's done that for a long time. And it's kind of it's normal. Like for as far as what I've seen from him, like whenever I've seen like
And then it affects the way you hear his music. And then
yeah, people always say that, and I'm not saying this. I'm not judging him for that. I'm just saying that, like, whenever I hear news like Wale said blah blah blah, I'm like, okay, that's of it. Like that's what I've seen him do that plenty of times. So I don't. Yeah.
So I guess my question would be, I think I got two questions. The first
Okay.
one is for you, Devon Terrell,
Okay.
the artist on our podcast.
Okay.
If you were on a festival and let's say it was in Brooklyn, right?
Okay.
And it was, hey, we're doing independent acts. We're not doing anybody who's signed to a record label. We ain't fucking with y'all niggas. This is an independent act. We're gonna do a 2-day festival. We got Devon Terrell and a list of other independent acts.
Okay.
Would that matter to you per se?
Here's my thing, and this is what I always, when it comes to that type of thing, because I've been through the ringer of New York City showcases back in the day where you're the first performer. And my whole goal has always been, if you put me in the front of that lineup, I'm gonna fuck this whole shit up. And any nigga that gotta follow me, I'm gonna make sure I make your fucking life hard. And that's where I go. I never get mad at the promoter. I never yell or lash out and stuff like that. I say, I'm gonna perform my ass off and let it be known next time I deserve to be in such and such a spot. That's just me.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
I've been through that. You know what I mean? Like a nigga put me second. I'm like, all right, cool. And there's 12 acts. I'm going to smash this. And then after they perform it, I go right in the crowd. How you doing? Boom. Networking and figuring shit out, and everybody's still on your performance because you smashed it, and they remember that early performance. So for me, that's my medicine for that kind of situation. I can't say it because you know me, bro. I'm not that kind of artist where it's
Take
like,
it personal?
Yeah, I don't take things personal like
get that. I get that.
So
I
I think
understand.
it's hard for
Okay.
me to answer that, but that's what I would do. That's my personal
Understood.
take as far as how I would do it.
I think when it comes to Wale, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, we got a bunch of music people in the studio, so if I'm tweaking, just let me know. Wale is probably the best, if not one of the best artists to come out of the DC area.
And he does nothing but
hip-hop,
rap.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that- absolutely.
I think he is at the top of that class, the top of that list.
Yeah.
He's second to none, in my opinion, personally.
Yeah.
So for that city to get a festival and for him to be performing there, I think it should show some kind of appreciation for what he's done just for that city. Like, I'm sure he's been
I
on
think that is
a
important,
bunch
man.
of other festivals, and maybe he hasn't made a big deal about it in the past because he just accepts what is, right?
Word.
It comes with politics, it comes with marketing, it comes with image, it comes with a lot of things we can and can't control. But I think it also goes into another conversation that Alex mentioned at the top of the episode, which was Brian Flores in the NFL. Just the politics of music, entertainment, sports, big money. And with Wale, I think his name should have been plastered. Like, I had to actually look for his name on that flyer, knowing it was in DC. And I'm not mad at him for this one. Like, I understand it. Maybe because I operate on an emotional, impulsive kind of frequency at times. And so I can see where he's coming from. But yeah, shout out to Wale. Pull out of that shit. Fuck them niggas.
I feel like
My first reaction was like, I feel you, Wale.
I feel like I appreciate when people are passionate.
Do you?
I really do.
I'm glad you do. That's why we got along so long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you know me, but I love.
Yeah, I appreciate.
You know how I am with the people.
But
I'm
I
close
also
with.
like people that have emotional intelligence
Yeah,
to boot with it.
absolutely, Dev. But let's stay there because the reason why I like passionate people, bro, is that it's unfiltered and it's real.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've gotten so far away from that that when people just show how they actually feel about something, so actual proper change can come from it, that we run from it because it's easy to just be like, oh, that nigga tripping.
Or he's being quote unquote
Yeah,
emotional.
Oh, he bugging.
Yeah.
When
It's
it's
easy.
like,
It's easy to do
yo,
that.
bro, it's people. Wale comes from that class of Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick.
The
He's
real
no longer
ones.
in that one, though. We don't put him with that, right? Do you know how much of a chip is on his shoulder? Let me tell you something right now between the four of us in this room. If I was Wale, I wouldn't make music anymore. Because he still puts his whole mind, body, soul, heart
he gives it all.
into every single verse, every single song, every single feature.
Right.
Like, the rest of these dudes, they letting time pass them. They're casually getting through music. Okay, pay for play, washing hands. This is one of the last people left that really do it for the bare reason of music and passion.
I believe that.
And the fact that I gotta tell you, DC, to put me as number one when y'all know how I rock.
Y'all know
I've
who
been
I
to a Wale concert before. I know how he give it up.
Right.
DC know how he give it up. You get what I'm saying, bro? So kind of to say Von's point into yours, you're right. There should be some amount of emotional intelligence. But I want to give Wale some credit, bro. I feel like he's trying to add some
I
over
wasn't
the
saying
years.
in regards to Wale's
Sure,
situation.
sure.
Not with that. No.
Sure.
I'm just saying in general,
Sure.
like just because some people are passionate about
Sure,
something and it
sure.
makes them ignorant.
Yeah,
Like you ever
yeah.
meet those people that's like, bro, this is how my stuff about to sound, blah blah, and I'm like, yo, fam, listen to me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is how it's supposed to sound, blah blah, and they don't listen. That's why I say you got to have a little bit of emotional intelligence linked with that passion because you could just be going down the foolish, the route of you just not listening.
I don't think he did that.
No.
I want to give him
he
his
did
credit for like because honestly, as somebody who is emotional, somebody who is impulsive, for him to just say I'm pulling out and then leave it at that, I think that's kind of honorable.
Yeah.
Like knowing his history at least, you know, like everybody probably wouldn't operate that way when it comes to business, but just knowing how he likes to normally handle things, for him to be like, yo, I'm off this. Like I feel slighted, I feel disrespected. I'm good. Going to piggyback on your point, Alex, I think there's another artist who, and I think this would be a really dope conversation. I didn't even write this down, but I've been thinking about it in the shower.
That's where the best thoughts come out. Though.
No,
That's
for
a
real.
fact.
Like,
I sit there. You ever sit there? I fold my arms and I lay on the side of the shower.
Nah,
yeah, I
me too.
listen to my beats.
I've been there.
For real.
Yeah, I have my shit in the shower
My
too.
beats fell in the
Yeah.
shower,
Yeah.
and I just listen to whatever.
Shit,
Yeah,
I
I got-
about face and just stand.
You about face and stand there?
I just about face in the shower and just.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
He
So
just-
you know when the shower head hitting you in the front,
he just turn around.
I just turn around.
He
real
get
quick
hit in the back.
and just go to lean on the side of the little towel and just.
So
look
you
at it.
just let it drip down your back.
You see yourself, right?
Hey yo.
You see yourself, right?
All right.
You
all
see
right.
yourself, right?
No, I just learned something about you. I didn't know that about you. I just-
I didn't know that's how you
Not to shower the whole time. I'm just saying when I got the speaker in there listening to music,
I
thinking
didn't know
about
that.
thoughts. Fuck out of here! I'm over here trying to help your thoughts. I'm over here trying to make you feel
He was
comfortable about your
enhancing.
thoughts.
I didn't know.
I'm over here trying to make you feel comfortable about
Nah,
your
we were
thoughts.
trying
You
to-
didn't
we were
take
trying
me
to
as
break
like
that
the
down.
about face. I didn't know.
Yeah,
you
the
like,
about
you
You
face
didn't
was
was
take
about
me
to
as-
face the last 5 minutes of the shower?
Nah, I let her hit my
What does that
bald
mean?
head. I like to let it run down
I
my
just
face.
I soap up. First of all, they say men don't wash a lot of parts of their bodies in the
Y'all
shower.
don't wash your back. You should
Yeah,
about
men
face.
don't wash their backs.
Yeah.
I wash every
Nickel
crevice of my body. I wash my back because it's a special way you gotta wash your back. If you ain't got no back,
You be washing.
I be washing,
you
nigga.
gotta wash one.
You take your. Oh yeah, I got 3 washcloths. First off,
Okay.
so I take
You
my
bougie.
washcloth.
Yeah.
I wipe the back, the lower back.
lower back.
Then you got to
That's
get up
where the dirt
here
be.
because there's no way you could get like to the fucking. There's no
Yeah.
way you could do it. So I wipe down here and then I get up here and then I'm
Yeah.
Gucci.
Okay, I'm glad. All right,
Thank you
washing
for that
101 with
breakdown.
Devon
Nah, I'm
Terrell.
saying.
Fuck out of here. I
101.
about face before I leave the shower.
About
Fuck
face in the shower. Make
that.
sure.
Not the whole time.
Which is strange, whatever. Use a washcloth for your ass separately from your face and your body. That's important.
You
Pink
gotta
eye.
get a loofah for your ass.
Whoa, I don't do the loofah for the ass.
Nah, you gotta get the loofah for the ass. It get all
No,
the
that's
shit out.
worse.
I think that's worse.
because
You know,
loofahs
just
trap
for your
bacteria.
ass?
Yes. So I use a washcloth for my ass because the loofah holds a lot of
bacteria.
bacteria. That's very
So I
true.
just got the.
That's
got
why
the
you
ass
backed up,
cloth.
nigga.
What the?
That's why you
I
backed
thought I
up.
was doing it right.
Nah,
So
you
you
No,
ain't shit in
it's
4
not always
days,
that.
nigga.
As long as you replace your loofah like
That's
a
what I'm
lot,
saying,
yeah,
yeah.
then you're good. You're good.
he don't replace his loofah a lot.
He
I can
don't.
tell.
No, I'm trying to save this.
I got you.
I'm trying to save
Like,
this.
you
Well,
gotta-
nigga hit you with the
Yeah, I do that. No, you sure?
Oh, yeah, y'all niggas be good. Anyway, I was thinking about J. Cole in
Shower
the shower
thoughts?
because I was
Yes.
listening to that new song
yeah.
with J. Cole and Benny the Butcher. It
Benny the
came on
Butcher.
my yeah. So
I didn't hear it yet, but I know about it.
it was a dope song. It was a
Yeah,
dope
it's
song.
good.
And Alex said that in that class of artists, the Drakes, the Wales, the
Kendricks.
fucking Kendricks, J. Cole, Meek Mill, we know that class, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In that class, he said Wale is like the only person who really puts his all into music.
Okay.
And I want to give credit to J. Cole.
I do.
And I also want to revisit a conversation that we always have every few years, every few moons. We come here and we rank who's the best, Jay-Z, Biggie, or Nas. Well, our version is J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick.
This generation.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
our version of that conversation. And I think, you know, in addition to giving like Wale his flowers, I think J. Cole should definitely have his flowers, his output.
Yeah.
Because he's been super consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And good.
And
I mean, we do give J. Cole his flowers.
we do, but
Yeah, I feel like he.
Yeah.
In terms of output here,
we do.
as opposed to his peers.
But I
Okay.
think there's another level that, like, we allow J. Cole to hit a ceiling. And now, y'all know I'm not a music guy, I'm consumer man. Okay. So if I'm wrong, y'all can let me know.
Consumer
I'm
man.
New
put my
title
tape on real
unlocked.
quick. I'm a consumer. God damn it.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, it always used to be Drake, Kendrick, and then Cole by
Yeah.
default, right? That was
Sure.
just the default thing.
Sure.
And I want to be the first or one of the first to change that. Like, you got to bring Kendrick down a little bit, in my opinion. In my opinion, just due to the sheer output and quality that J. Cole has produced over the last 3-4 years.
Okay. Can I say my opinion?
Yeah.
My opinion is I think we can't do that. And the reason why I think
He's like, no, ready? He eased into mad stuff. Like, can I go? No.
nigga no.
Yo, I just feel like
It's the way he say
Okay,
shit.
Dev,
It's
go,
the way
Dev,
he
go.
say shit. Actually,
I love when Dev goes, can I say something? Can I say something? Can I say something? I love when
Nigga is out of control.
actually.
I think we can't do that with Kendrick because although he doesn't have the music output like Cole and like everybody else, there is something very special that Kendrick has given us in the way he rolls out his music, where it's like, I don't work this way, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is his way. I think I've heard that he takes a while to write his verses, and it takes him time. So I respect his craft so much that I'm willing to say he has shown up
You
many
want to know what
times
it is
in the
though,
past.
too, Dev? It's kind of hard to define rappers like that. You know, if they're active or not. Like, it's really hard to define who's active now, right? Because if you take 2-3 years off from rap,
It's been
I
more
guess
than
you can
2-3.
still rap.
Yes.
Of course, you can still rap. We're talking about Kendrick. That's no.
Yes.
It's just weird for a consumer,
Right.
Because again, we getting new albums every Friday.
That's why I don't rush anybody. Whenever we're like, oh, where's the new album? Where's the new? I'm never gonna say
like,
that because
do
I'm
your
like,
thing,
yo,
man.
like, you don't know what they're going through right now.
Think about
so
how
why are you
frustrated-
demanding music from them?
Think about how frustrated Wale has to be.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I'm
Somebody
sure.
who has been dropping
Giving consistently.
consistently
And he has range.
great
That
music.
Shine album was like inspired by like Afrobeat. Like he has so much range.
He does concept
albums don't be selling, and he still has a reason to cook up beautiful concepts
Yeah.
in each project.
Yeah.
So
he still
imagine
does
his
that.
frustration where he's not even being mentioned. Like, I'm not,
I
you
get
know
it.
what I'm saying?
No,
He's
I
not
get
even
it.
being mentioned
get it.
in that conversation. Like,
I think someone, honestly,
it's a fucked up world.
It is.
Politics and marketing and oh my, it's draining.
Yeah.
politics,
Yes.
bro. And I think
It's
at the
draining.
end of the day, I think
Yes.
that there's some people out there that are gatekeepers, media personalities that just aren't fans of Wale, not his
Yeah.
music, but just him as a person who he probably maybe pissed off and stuff like that. Because
Yeah.
I do see that, and I'll be like, yo, why? Damn, I don't see him anywhere. Like he's releasing, I
ever.
don't see anything on anything, and I don't feel like he does get that love and that flowers that really he deserves. So I get it.
And he's
I
been
get it.
signed to majors. It's not like he's had a period where, he's been independent.
Right.
So maybe it's because he's independent and he was trying to. It's like,
Right.
yo, bro.
But
like,
I'll tell you something right now,
crazy,
man.
bro. Yeah, no,
when
say
you've
it.
been on a label
say it.
and you see how it works,
Yep.
and then you say, "Oh, I can't leave this system because this system is the way into a lot of the
yeah.
I can't do it.
How do
independent.
I eat?
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
I said, I had this argument before. I won't get deep
Sure,
into it, but
sure.
like I said, independent artists, we're super fucked. Like as far as how much money we're making and stuff like that. So before we had the money to pay those label people, by the way, to make those to give us those moments. And yo, I can't say too much, but we could pay for label services back in the
Sure,
day.
sure.
But as an artist, it won't return. If I get 100,000 streams, that money doesn't return. You understand what I'm saying? If I pay the radio guy, if I pay one of the guys a certain amount of money,
why did you have to correct yourself?
don't worry about it.
Keep going.
If I pay,
keep going,
if I pay certain niggas a certain amount of money, then
the radio guy,
it doesn't return.
That's like the boogeyman. Who's the radio guy?
I'm
Why do
not
you have
saying
to
Dev
correct
has done this,
yourself?
by
Not
the
saying
way.
I've done that, but I'm just saying the music industry
I mean,
is.
but we know people pay radio man. So.
Well, I'm just saying. I said label services.
Sure,
For
it's like
label
it's happening.
services,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
label services.
Yeah.
If you pay for label services, like there's certain things.
Who's the radio guy?
I'm out of this conversation.
Here we,
There's
I knew he was going to
There's
talk
no
about.
radio
Yeah, they on the
guy.
radio. You got to turn the radio on.
There's no radio.
Isn't
guy.
that
Ebro?
what's it called? Payola? What is it? Isn't that what it is?
It's a dangerous,
Yeah.
It's a very dangerous thing, and that radio stations do not accept payola.
They do
and
not.
I'm aware of that,
They
and
do
I'm
not.
not. And yes, they
do
don't.
not.
Yo,
It
what
is
does
it is
payola
a
mean?
federal
you
law.
get me tight when you do this, bro.
a federal
law.
You get me.
It's a law, though.
Nah,
It's a
so
federal
y'all get
law.
me
But
tight.
it's a law.
Because
But
if
it's
we're
like-
gonna talk about the shit,
No, Dev, like, we're
we
gonna
know
say-
that shit exists.
No, yeah, he doesn't. Like, we're saying like you don't do it, but what is
I'm
it?
not putting
like,
that on him.
No, yeah,
Of
that's what
course
I'm
not.
saying.
So
So
it
tell
was
us.
on him.
It has
But
been.
it happened.
Sure,
It's happened.
it's been believed, and it
Absolutely.
has said to happen where
Absolutely.
people.
Look at this nigga tap
paid.
dancing.
Nah, keep-
Take
keep
your
going-
shoes
keep
off.
going
Where
off,
people
Dev.
have been paid.
Keep
Fire
going.
People have
ashes.
been, paid at, people
Sure.
have claimed that, people pay at the radio stations to get airtime
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And it's a law that they can't do, and they take that shit
course.
very serious. Like the accusation
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
of saying that to them, they
Strong.
take it very,
FCC
very
not playing with
fucking
them niggas.
serious.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and I would
that's-
never put that on anybody. But
Yeah.
we can't act like we can't go and say, "Oh, it's not." Bro, that has
Oh,
to
no,
happen.
yeah.
It happens
I hear you.
everywhere.
Yeah, yeah,
like
it's-
everything is corrupt. When it comes to money,
it's
when
a
it comes to
thing.
friends, when it comes to politics, this shit is corrupt. And I
Absolutely.
think we have a responsibility to acknowledge it.
I'll tell you
And
what.
that's why when
I'll
you
tell you what.
When Dev acknowledges it, though.
I'll tell you
no,
what.
he didn't on this one.
Hold on.
Normally he does. On this
Hold
one
on.
he didn't. He
Oh.
said,
I'll give you
I'm
this.
talking about the
I'll
radio
give you
guy.
this. I'll give you this. I'll give you
Yeah.
a little bit of insight, right?
Okay, sure.
So, what has been explained to me, or what I have seen, right, is every radio station, let's say the big ones, they have a certain amount of slots for you to be in rotation, right? All the major labels have relationships with these radios, with
course.
the PDs, right?
Sure.
Yep.
What I notice is if you listen to the radio, you'll notice that there'll be like 3 Columbia artists in rotation,
Yep.
3 Universal artists in rotation, 3 Warner artists.
Yeah,
It's
Atlantic, yeah.
spread out.
Of
So
course.
the way it looks like is like, okay, you got three songs that I can put into this top 10, the best rotation I got.
Sure.
And then, everybody else maybe one, here and there. But
Yeah.
the 10, I think it's like, I don't know how many songs in rotation at all time. I think it's like 20 records that's probably in rotation.
Okay.
And I feel like that's spread out against, amongst the record labels. Like,
Right.
you got 5 slots and this and that.
Yeah.
I had a time when I was up with my record Temperature. It was killing in the Midwest. I'm really telling y'all
Remember
some
that
real shit,
record.
just to hold my integrity. When my record was buzzing in the Midwest, heavy. I happened to be with the same label that had the Migos.
Oh.
When the Migos were the Migos.
When the Migos were the Migos,
When they
right.
had like 4 records in rotation.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it may have, in my mind, made it tougher for me to get love in my own city. I could not get my
course.
own city to play my record,
Of
and
course.
everybody else was playing it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I could not get my own city. And there's no shade to all the people
Of
at
course.
the
Just the politics
on the
again.
team
'Cause it's
that
like
I had
slots that
working
were-
my
yeah.
record, but it was something that it hurt because and
Of
it makes me
course.
emotional
Of
because
course.
I know all of them at those stations, and I couldn't get the support that I
But
needed.
I think, and
politics.
again,
Exactly how Wale
that's
feels.
why I think it's important to have those conversations. And it's never to isolate you. It's never to point the finger at you.
I'm
It's
glad
never
you let
to-
me
you know what
actually
I'm
spit
saying?
that
Like,
because I never said that out loud to nobody. And yeah,
It's
it hurt.
never
That
for
hurt.
me to like ever do that. But I think when we hear things that are uncomfortable to talk about, it's like, yo, I want to go head first at that shit because it's
Absolutely.
happening. Like we see it happening. And if nobody ever talks about it, again, we're not the biggest platform in the world.
I
I,
get it.
understand that.
I
But
get
we
it.
do have people who rock with us. And who knows? This episode could do 100 million in 2 years. Like we never
Yeah.
even know. So I think that kind of information is important to hear about. Like, yo,
Right.
artists, there are going to be times where you have the most fire song, but if the person who puts you in position, who has somebody who put him in position, who has a position, like, and they don't push the button on you, we all heard that term, push the button.
Push the button.
Like,
'Cause it's a button,
we
I'm
know
not
what
gonna lie.
that means.
it's a button.
And now,
Yeah.
it kind of brings me, so,
Shout out to the Midwest too, by the way. Y'all, they really rock. They
Who, Kansas in them?
Utah.
Kansas,
yeah.
Utah in them?
Detroit.
Is that like
Detroit.
Chicago and
I
shit?
don't want to say no
Chicago,
names because
Milwaukee
I
and
said a
shit.
lot, but real talk. Shout out to the Midwest. They really, they really.
I could imagine
lot.
like in like 2 decades or something, this interview is gonna like, I mean not interview, this episode is gonna like resurface and they're gonna be like, Dev told us about the music industry.
Thank God.
But it's no, man. Like again, I don't want to ever put my guy out there like
course,
that because
man.
it's not
I get
just
it.
him. Like it's happening.
It's a lot of us.
and
Mhm.
we use these terms in corporate, and I don't want to call it bullying, but it's bullshit. Like straight up bullshit. So I was watching an interview, and the term urban comes up.
Oh.
Oh my
Urban
gosh.
means black. I want to eradicate the word urban because you associate it with black.
Literally.
The word resources. When you're having these conversations and, hey man, we lack resources. Fuck resources. It's money.
Yeah.
We don't have the money.
money.
Like, let's
Just say what it is,
knock
yeah.
this shit in layman's fucking terms.
Terms for dummies. Yeah.
Terms for dummies.
Yeah.
Because the reason you hear the same 5 songs on the radio is because money is being spent to get those songs in that position. Like, that's what it is. So sure, it may not be under the table payola, but just like everything in life, taxes, everything in life, write-offs, everything in life, there's a way to go about the same illegal shit in a legal way. So when a record company comes to a radio station and says, hey, we got this such and such record, I'm gonna give you $150,000 for the marketing, the quote-unquote marketing, bitch, that mean play my song.
Yeah.
That's it. So I just want to, like, I want to just put it out there.
And you know, it's funny because I would assume for most people to know that was the process, but everybody might not
bro.
know. So
They
this
don't.
is so this is good info. But I will say this too in terms of like the DJs playing your music and shit. When you get those DJs that kind of like spin after a certain hour,
I've noticed they put like what they want to put.
yeah,
I've
they
noticed
throw a
that. They
little-
put like their friends'
but
songs
it's
and
still
shit.
some game in that too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but like, you're
Look.
right though, Reggie. They get a little bit more flexible.
Look,
Yeah,
we are not saying
yeah.
that radio people are getting paid
No,
to play records. That's
didn't say
not
that.
what we're saying. No. I'm just clarifying for people.
Clarifying.
just so they know, they gotta
We are
understand the
not
full
saying-
This
picture.
nigga's a lawyer.
They gotta
People
they
are
understand the
being
full picture.
paid
I like him. You gonna
to
represent
play
me?
your records. We're not saying that. We're just merely saying, hey, we see openings and people are curious about them because at the end of the day, we all know that everything leads back to money. So it's
Yeah,
it's a
I think
safe.
that's what I meant.
It's a safe inference to
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
hey, well, how do y'all make money and what is the incentive for you to do these things and these services? That's all.
I mean,
This conversation is just speculative. We're not saying that this actually happened.
Dev, we know that, bro.
No, I'm just saying.
Nah, because you know what? You cleaning it up too much,
Because you
bro.
know why?
cleaning it up
You know why it
way
needs to be
too
there?
much, bro.
You know why? Because it needs to be there. Because
Why?
you know why? Because you'll get a fucking dickhead, right? That'll take that clip and then post that something so out of context. And I just want to make sure that I have ammo right on this podcast to say, hey, dickhead.
No, that's not what I said. Yeah.
This 30 seconds later, I said this. So shut the fuck up,
You're better than
and
me.
you're not listening to this thing in its totality. I want to
got
be
it.
able to.
Yeah,
I want to be able to
yeah,
not have to.
yeah.
Oh, you know, I don't want. I want to be say in that moment. I knew I
Okay,
was
got it.
well in my mind.
Save me from me. I need that sometimes.
But I want to make that clear.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you want to
yeah.
get people to go run off and say, "Oh, do you know how radio works?" Like somebody's going to take
they
that and go,
gonna-
"Oh,
yeah.
yeah, this is how it works." It's like, who
But
told you
that's
that?
a dummy.
Need to know podcast.
I'm not talking to people who can't comprehend like
But
that.
you never know
Yeah,
though,
but
'cause
there's
everything
mad,
kind of
the bigger our audience gets, there's gonna be so many moments like that where people don't
Yeah, and
understand
you hide the
us.
numbers.
I guess.
So you know, when, I don't know how many
He's like, yes, Savon,
No,
this
don't
is your
start that,
fault.
Dev.
you hide the numbers. So when I
the
look,
numbers,
and I don't know who
All you gotta
listening.
do
You
is
don't know. You have no
all you gotta
idea,
do is ask me
right?
for the log, and I got you.
I don't know who listening. It could be. I don't know.
It could be any,
thousands,
it could be a lot of people.
thousands.
You're right. It could be a lot of people. I
man.
think going.
I'm playing.
funny.
We got the
I be
numbers.
fudging the numbers and all that. It's Photoshop. It's all bullshit.
Nigga's
It's all
stupid.
bullshit. Nobody listens to us, guys. I just want to make you feel good about yourself. But no,
Nigga showed me the laptop. I never clicked to see if it was a screenshot.
yeah,
I never,
right?
never
Hey,
thought
he
about
has
that.
been practicing Photoshop lately.
He has.
Yeah, that's true,
Man, a man of many
Finstering.
tricks. You feel me? I think anybody else wanted to go somewhere because
Yeah.
what's up?
I
Talk
kinda
me.
wanted to.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know, I feel like love is still in the air.
I knew this was gonna be the
I had
topic
something
that you
that important
brought
that I
up.
don't want us to miss, but continue.
What is it in the realm of? Because I'm about
Spotify.
to get it love. Ooh,
He's
let's
about to take it completely different.
figured.
So,
But
do you want to say?
You
it?
want to keep it in business though?
Keep it in
wanna
that
miss
same
that.
route.
Yeah, keep it in the same route.
Because I
Yeah.
don't want to miss that.
I don't want to. Yeah,
Because it's
We'll come
important.
back to the
Yeah, we'll come
yeah.
back. Yeah.
Oh, so obviously
Yeah.
I can open it up for
Yes,
everyone.
please,
Okay, so
please, please.
obviously a lot of people have been seeing the news about artists, legacy acts pulling their music off of Spotify
Yeah.
due to the platform and the content of Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And we've seen 3 so far. I think we've seen Neil Young. We've seen India Ari as of yesterday.
As of yesterday.
She pulled her stuff. And then there's one other woman, I think her name is Joan Mitchell. I forgot her
think she was
name.
a part of a band. I'm gonna
Part
check
of
it
a
in a
band,
second. I'm
and
checking in a
3
second,
people pulled their music off. So what I wanted to open up to everyone is, what's his name? Okay, it's a country group. Crosby, Still and Nash.
There we
Okay.
go, their group. There we go.
They pulled their music off of Spotify in protest to say that Joe Rogan is spreading misinformation on his platform regarding COVID and regarding all those kinds of things. And you know, for us, I don't really like us to get into that because for a lot of reasons, as far as that's concerned.
It goes in so many different ways.
It goes so many different ways, and
But we don't know. Like, we're not that informed. Like, we know
Sure.
what we know,
Sure.
but none of us are like
Sure.
stamping anything. Like,
So-
follow what we say.
Right. So the point, what I'm staying on is the fact that people are protesting that and they're pulling their music down. So what I want to ask y'all is, how do you feel about that situation as far as Spotify staying with Joe Rogan and letting that music fly?
That's tough, man. I ain't gonna lie. Well, I will say this, right? Spotify is a global group and company.
Yeah,
right?
they're based. They're not U.S. based.
They're not US
Yes,
based.
it's like Scandinavian.
Sweden.
Yeah, I think it's a
something like
Swedish
that.
company.
Swedish company.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess in retrospect, like maybe Spotify could even see it as how much is that really hurting us? But there is an ongoing conversation about, you know, maybe there's old music being more valuable to new music that's been released solely because I heard Armand talk about this. Shout out to Armand. Solely because like the old music has that nostalgia, it's very popular, and it's probably played more than a lot of the new stuff that's made. So I could definitely see Spotify is saying something. You know, we're cool, but Spotify is definitely entering murky waters because again, NDIRE is the most recent to do it. How many more does this get to and reach? And Spotify's in a tough position, I think, because what you gonna do? Not pay Joe? What you gonna do? Refund the $300 million?
Yeah,
That
you
allegedly
gave him a lot of money.
that
You invested a lot in Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
his
It's tough.
platform.
And what message does that
That is
send?
tough.
Yeah, and then we always talk about it on this podcast
Yeah.
that, you know, the value in podcasting is keeping a user on an app. And yo, Billy Joel, whatever your fucking name is, Neil Young, DeGrasse Tyson, I don't know what the fuck this nigga name is. Whoever it is,
They some legends,
you're
too.
not
I heard they
more
some
fucking-
legends, too.
You're not fucking more valuable than that podcast. So
you-
it's a business at the end of the
Literally.
day.
And you ran me into the point that I want to make.
Yep.
How valuable is podcasting becoming versus music? And which one is more valuable? Which one has the trajectory to be more valuable? Is it podcasting or music? And let me say this. Let me give you the currency. The currency that matters to these platforms is keeping you on the app. That's the currency.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So when you think about
You're right.
podcasting and music, which one is going to keep people on this app longer?
we
I
gotta
think
put out.
I mean longer, like minutes on the app, but because I feel like podcasting, we speak like so much about how much is gonna grow exponentially, and it already is. I still feel like it's like this much compared to what music is for like life.
I agree.
It's like 100%. The world's like 100%. Podcasting is like 5%. Is it
Can
not?
I say this real quick before you go?
Go ahead.
Like it's just
So-
such an enormous beast that has been here for decades, and we're just like you know?
One of the cool things, right? It's me fudging the numbers and hiding the numbers.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Stupid.
one thing that I noticed about our numbers this past month is that half of our listenership came from people binging our episodes. So we put out 4
I
episodes.
was been there once. I was there once where like I watched like a Need to Know episode like a year, like 2 years ago. I was like, oh shit, and then I watched all of them.
Yeah, so what the
binge
numbers
one of
are
those.
telling
Fire.
me, they may not be telling Devon Terrell that, but what the numbers are telling me is that, you know, we put out 4 episodes.
Right.
We
Yeah.
had X amount of listens.
Right.
Yeah.
Those 4 episodes didn't equate to that X amount of listens, so I had to do the difference.
Right.
And I said, wait, what the fuck? Double half of our listenership from this month came from these 4 episodes,
Right.
but they went back and listened to everything else that we put out.
So, like,
So that
Because we're
podcast catalog
funny.
is ridiculous.
So how
But you can
many
do it with the
hours?
music too, right? You can probably do that with music too, though.
Yeah.
It's 3 minutes
Yeah,
long.
you find an artist
How
and then
long?
you go
How
bump their own
long
shit.
is okay? So check this
I
out.
love
How long
this.
is an album? How long is an album? Let's say an average album. 12,
Right now,
13
probably
songs.
about 38, 40 minutes.
38, 40 minutes. Okay. How often does an artist put out an album?
Yes. Now you're going to the point I want to
Here we go.
Go.
You're,
Say it. Say it.
so
Say it.
you say, yo, somebody's putting out something 3 hours
Say
long,
it.
4 times a week,
Say it.
and I'm keeping them on the app for that long, and then you know. Podcasting is starting to find out our ad. We're starting to find our ad stride where we're doing the insertion ads,
Yes.
and to the RSS feed as opposed to doing it on a thing.
Yep.
So what I'm getting at is, I think that the value of podcasting is starting to reach a point where it's like this is getting more valuable.
Because I feel like our standards are a bit higher. Like we're expected to essentially put out a good song every week. I want you to really think about this.
A 2-hour
I want you to really
a double album.
I want you to really think about how many of your favorite artists could give you quality, good music every week. I'm not saying it couldn't be done
For 4 years.
I'm not for however many years.
Right,
So
right.
It's definitely something to talk about because it's like, wow.
Right.
If the retention is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why, shout out to the streaming farms, man. Just keeping
Oh my
these
God.
artists
You got into
alive.
those streaming farms?
Just leave, bro. No, I wish.
Oh.
I gotta find a podcast streaming farms. But
What is going on?
Hit us up.
I gotta run this shit up.
We won't tell Def because he has like morals and shit, but hit us up.
Morals and shit.
He got mad morals and
Reggie
shit.
just
Fuck that
threw
nigga.
off the wholesome package for $5 a month for the Patreon. No, I like this conversation, and the only reason I wanted to bring it is because I just feel like it's historical moments like this that we live in, but we're not. We in hindsight, we go, yo, that moment right there was a big moment where
Yeah,
it's
of
the
course.
two giants. It's like David versus Goliath. This is
course.
music versus podcasting that's occurring, and you're seeing the king as far as Spotify have to make a decision of what's more important. Because if they clip Joe Rogan from his platform, whether you believe it's misinformation or not, it is sending a message.
They probably also feel like there's more valuable music as opposed to more valuable podcasts versus podcasts. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we gotta revisit this conversation when Adele comes out and says, "Hey,
See?
Spotify,
See?
I ain't fucking with you niggas." That's when we gotta really have a conversation
Yeah,
because
But that's
Neil
the thing.
deGrasse Tyson Young,
That's what it's
we
oh
not
my
bumping
God.
his
It's
shit.
Neil Young.
We not bumping his shit.
Somebody granddaddy on
It's
that.
Neil Young.
India, India Ari, we have respect for her,
Damn.
but how many spends you giving her in a day and a week? Like
The
and I-
people,
and it's
like,
not
we
just
have her
anybody.
albums,
Of
so,
course. That's
yeah.
what I'm
She
saying.
must
like,
own her masters too, by the way.
Yeah.
and that's the other thing.
She must own her
We're
masters.
talking about people
thinking
who
the same
it's
thing.
ownership.
Yeah.
Like Drake, he could fuss and fight all he wants. He can't just say, "Yo, I'm taking all of my music, all of my catalog off of this," because
business
he has
involved.
to go through people
Like,
who have to
legally he
go through.
can't,
Legally,
Yeah.
I
people.
can't because it loses the money. So this is
Exactly.
like I don't want to say his name, but what I say is I think that the big change that'll happen, like the nuclear bomb of this whole situation, would be a label going to them and saying,
Yep.
"Yo, we're pulling all of our music catalog." Like Universal, go over there and say, "We're pulling Universal music off of Spotify." We got a problem.
But you know why the label won't do that? Because they won't make money.
Exactly.
They won't make money, so they can't even do it. They're slaves to the DSPs.
Once again, and that's why I say money talks. It all comes back to the dollar
Yeah,
and an
man.
incentive.
Of course.
And that's it. So I'm very interested to see how this whole thing unfolds. But it was a telling story for me to know in my heart. Podcasting, this is the fucking industry. Like this industry
saying,
is
yeah.
booming.
Yeah.
Because for them to go,
Good indication.
it's a slight indicator to let us know, like, yo, podcasting, bro, is growing so much and it's worth so much money that we don't even realize how much money this thing is worth to them.
That's a fact.
As far as a platform, bro, it's keeping people on a platform.
And they know that.
I'm on Spotify, yo, bro.
Just watch the minutes watched.
Right.
Listen to.
I listen to Joe Rogan. I listen to Motley Fool. I have a bunch of podcasts. I listen to all that on Spotify.
Yeah.
And I think about that. Yo, this is the app. When I look at my usage app, it's Spotify.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
value to them. You know what I mean? Like,
And we're
you know what?
ahead because we're a few years deep in the. Well, you guys are.
Yeah.
So you know.
yeah, we here now too, dude.
We've been doing it. We've been doing it for a minute. So Reggie has to get up out of here. We're gonna
Yes.
continue the pod.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
beans.
But I just want to make sure we send off Reggie with yo,
I
we
just want
love
to
you,
do a
appreciate you.
smooth exit.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I don't want to be rude.
Nah, do your thing.
You starting your Valentine's Day early?
You're
Huh?
cooler
You starting your
than us.
Valentine's Day early?
Oh no, I'm going to 2 Chainz release party.
Industry list
Shit.
number
That's
one.
better than
kidding.
Valentine's
I'm
Day.
kidding. It's not because of that. It's
Number
because
one.
my friend is literally like, I don't want to
Reggie,
be.
you do not have to
It's
It's
explain
more
this,
about
Reggie.
my friend.
Who is 2 Chainz?
Reggie,
It's
you
not
do-
about 2
who
Chainz.
is
It's not my
2 Chainz?
I
friend.
just don't want your voice to disappear and everybody like, you're
Everybody-
not letting women speak.
That's
And now,
funny.
like,
And
I
it's
gotta
gonna be like
defend
an
myself.
empty seat.
That's funny.
So,
But
you know,
guys, I would never do this unless my
Yeah.
friend was involved.
It's so-
But she, okay.
you good. Let me get
I
this
also have
customer
to pee.
myself. I'm
Okay.
about to
Yeah.
shut
Love you
the
guys. Do your
fuck
thing.
out. Peace out, my nigga.
Later, Reg.
Speaking of letting women speak,
Yeah.
y'all really need to y'all need to give more shit to Captain Marvel. I hate how they do her in Marvel.
Yeah, but think about it.
I saw the
Hold on.
Eternals this
Oh, no,
week.
no,
I saw the
me
Eternals. That was
too,
mad
me
random.
too.
I saw the Eternals
Me
this
too.
weekend,
Let's stay there.
and that shit got me tight.
But let's stay there. Hold on now. You hear Captain Marvel.
fuck?
You're not really thinking it's a madame.
Yeah, bro.
So it's confusing the fans out there.
they not giving her the proper.
Yeah, because when
The
I'm
shit
not.
that we be on the same frequency on, like the fact
You
that
felt
y'all
that.
both watch this shit
Bro.
on the same
Yeah, I watched
weekend,
it.
and
Was
like
it
y'all both
Eternals
got
or
the
was
same.
it-
It was the
It was Eternals that she was on.
Angelina Jolie was in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. So it's a turn.
That's
And
my
Captain
sis.
Marvel made an appearance, right?
I think Shorty was in there.
It was
word.
either that
She was
or
in there.
yeah, it was that. Yeah.
That's
Bro,
my
she
sis.
pulled up.
Yo,
She
word.
came. She came. She was
Yeah.
like, "Hi, I'm here." I was like, "Oh my god, Captain Marvel, the most powerful
Woman in-
Avenger.
hero in the world."
Whoa.
And she talking
For
yada
me?
yada, and then all of a sudden she go, "Oh, you got my number. I gotta go do something." Why you always gotta
Did she have the short hair or the long hair?
She had the. I think she had the long jaw.
she had the
on
long
this
jaw.
one.
Yeah, that's why, bro.
But I was
hair
tight.
maintenance.
Look, what?
She
Is
had to go
that-
get her shit done.
That's it. She got to go to the
think
beauty
so.
salon.
I don't know.
You
Look
think
at
so?
that. Yo, she stays skating. Niggas need her.
She
in the
always
Avengers,
skating.
And she stays skating,
I'm
bro.
sick of this, bro.
Like, and you mad? You wild powerful.
Yeah.
Wild powerful. Pussy is power first off, and you just dipping with the other powers you got too on top of the puss. All you had to do was fuck Thanos. We would have been good.
Yo.
Good money. Imagine.
Bye, Reggie.
Bye, Reggie. Nah, you might
Nah, I'm
be.
wildin', nah, I'm wildin'. Because I don't know why my brain be going there. I really don't. I really
You
don't, bro.
sick
I really don't.
My man said, "Why is Captain
But-
Marvel leaving with the box?"
But you seen we lost control as soon as
What are we
Reggie
doing?
left?
Imagine her and Superman.
Y'all noticed that?
Damn, I'm realizing this. Yo, I ain't gonna
She's
lie. I
been-
feel like an Infinity Stone got taken from us a little.
Peep that. As soon as she left, we lost the shit.
Well, I feel like it's like, yeah, nigga.
Now we like,
I can say all the shit I wanted to say.
Me, we be on our best behavior with Reggie, and now it's time to turn up when you niggas, yeah?
wow.
This is a Patreon episode
Look at
right
us.
now.
It's like, word. Y'all getting an exclusive.
I ain't gonna lie, we all mad and comfortable. We don't know where to go.
Wow, look at us.
shit.
Wow, hello.
Nah, I'm about to start playing shit. I'm about to start playing
Devon,
deaf
start
shit.
dancing.
Just play
Go to
deaf
Marcus.
shit. Just shut
Go to
Get
Marcus.
us back.
Go to Marcus.
Get us back.
Go to Marcus. Go to Marcus. I don't know. Just dance, nigga.
Get us back.
Dance, nigga. Dance, nigga. I don't know.
Nah, but all jokes aside, fucking yeah, I saw the Eternals and she always
Yes.
skated, and I just feel like yo,
Yeah.
if she's the most powerful hero in the fucking world, like show me, give me something, man. Like
Yeah.
stop having her do that. I hate that.
Yeah,
Like,
nah. Give Marvel a check for that.
Missed it. He missed it.
What's up?
Yo,
What happened?
you missed
What you
the
missed, gang?
Our Need to Know Awards episode.
I did.
You missed that.
Oh,
And I wish
shit.
Reggie was here to
I
talk
was so
about
mad
that.
I wasn't
really
there,
wish.
but I
But
listened.
yeah,
No, I listened though.
yeah,
I,
yeah.
You won, like,
I listened.
mad categories.
I peeped. I was like, oh shit. By
You a
I
winner,
won some
bro.
by some.
Nah, he a winner.
Some
You're
by
a
some.
winner.
Nah, he's a winner.
Some by some.
You don't need hype,
bro.
bro. You a winner.
I came in last place on everything.
On survival. That shit was
eating at
hilarious.
me.
The survival shit, you came in last?
Everything.
That was fun.
But Dev, hold on.
Everything.
See, we got to hear why I thought he was last and why Reggie thought why the fans. Dev, why you think they graded him last on who would survive on the island?
Cause he's Savon.
I was gonna let
And-
you do that.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
would survive.
Y'all need to cut him some more credit.
Yes.
I think that there's a running narrative with Savon to be like, we gotta pick on Savon. I
Yeah,
think that's a
yeah.
thing.
Like
Yeah.
the fan, like the
yeah,
listeners.
fan shit was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
put him
I
like,
think,
I think it's a
they
thing.
really believed it.
Yeah.
Over 200 people voted anonymously.
Not Dev.
Anonymously.
Like it's not like they co-conspire.
they
Like,
be- nah.
yo, we gonna pick on.
They believe
them
that
niggas
shit.
really didn't believe I could.
So,
Nah, they
so
believe
my
that
question,
shit.
and I know you probably answered because I did listen.
Yeah.
Why do you think they did that? Why do you think you would
Nah.
you got picked last to survive?
I really don't know.
On an
'cause
island.
I think I said this on the last episode.
What?
Yeah.
I came up with that question thinking I was gonna win. I tried to rig the
Could have
shit.
told you
Right.
that, buddy.
I tried to rig it. Like, yo,
I
oh,
could have
yeah.
told you the
Oh,
answer to
yeah,
that,
we
buddy.
go.
I'll
That's
survive,
me.
baby.
Yeah, they
You
know
sh-
it's me. Like,
you should have
it's
ran the
me.
question by me, buddy. You wouldn't have sent it over.
Yeah, so I can't wait for
I
our
would have
next
thought
question. There.
Alex was gonna win that survival shit.
No. You. Let me tell you why. Because we spoke about this last. See, you could build a house out of sand. You wanted, you
Yeah.
wanted them motherfuckers.
y'all think that?
No, I know that.
Yeah?
You.
Yeah.
I just saw you make a beat out of a
air
toaster
fryer.
oven
You
in the
brought
fridge.
that up and I died laughing.
Right,
That was
nigga, that
funny.
was
That
you,
was
right?
good. Yeah, that was
Some
good.
Lay's chips in the fridge
Yeah.
and a toast. You made a beat out of that
Made
shit,
a beat
right?
out of
And
it.
eggshells.
And eggshells.
You kept saying eggshells.
Yeah, the
Eggshells.
nigga did it with eggshells. That was just you, right?
did eggshells.
So fuck out of here. You could do anything. The fuck is this nigga talking about? But he getting me aggy in here, bro. Get your
Yeah,
man,
bro, you was winning in a lot of
everything.
categories, bro. A lot of people,
appreciate-
they
I
appreciate
respect
y'all.
and they love your wisdom that you brought to the
Yeah.
podcast.
I seen that.
Yeah.
Now
Brought some
that I
wisdom
was
to the
very,
podcast,
I
bro.
really like that.
Sure.
Yeah, everybody kept saying that and stuff
Yeah.
like that, like just talking and giving game and shit like that. I appreciate that because then it lets me know I don't have to shut the fuck up. Because sometimes
Yeah.
I be feeling like I gotta shut the fuck up.
Why do you think that? Like, nah.
I don't know. You know why? Because I don't like to get so preachy. I always feel like those people get
Same.
hated.
Same.
You know what I mean?
Bro, we needed wisdom.
We did need a
I
little
get it.
wisdom.
need a little
I think
wisdom.
I think you can tell that it's coming from a genuine place. That I'm
Of
not trying to
course.
preach to you. I'm just like, look, this is what I'm
Yeah.
going through, and this is my opinion, and
Yeah.
that's it. So I appreciate feeling like, oh, it is translating, like
course.
what I'm trying to come across as is coming across correctly to people. So I appreciate that. Like, OD.
Nah, you smoked that, bro.
Damn,
Like,
I got one male topic.
let's do it.
Oh my God.
No, it's not what you thought, because Reggie just
male
left, so
topic?
I ain't gonna talk about Valentine's Day. They're gonna have to catch us next week if we,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
I
Some-
will slaughter
yeah, because I
Valentine's Day
want
for
her
you.
to. You wait, so you're saying we could slaughter with the three of us?
I would slaughter
I'm
it.
here, bro. You
I'm
know,
here,
I'm with
nigga.
whatever. Whatever you
y'all
want to talk
down?
about. Bro, I
we
just said Dano should have fucked Cap tomorrow. Like, I'm ready to talk about
yeah,
anything.
never mind. Let me switch this shit.
Yeah, he's
whatever
ready to
you
go.
wanna
All
talk
right, let's
about.
take it there. I was gonna go Nick Cannon, but I feel like we get real deep with that shit. So let's.
You can either one. I'm cool. Because
Alright.
I know a little bit about Nick Cannon stuff.
Okay, so let me do Nick Cannon first.
do it.
Is that
He
something
itching. His legs,
I'm
he's
itching this
twitching.
shit. I got so much to say on everything.
Okay.
All right, cool. So this week, Nick Cannon, recent release. Congratulations to Nick Cannon. He's expecting his 8th child. He just announced that this week. So, congrats to him and his family and the woman involved. Salute. We love new life. But yeah, there's been a lot of talk since he's come out and announced that. There's been a lot of talk because, recently, God bless the dead, he recently had one of his sons pass, at a very young age. I think it wasn't even a few months old.
Yeah, it was brain cancer.
Yeah, okay, right.
Yeah.
A sickness like that, right? So a lot of people, people always gonna talk, unfortunately, and not that we really give a fuck.
Right.
But I will say this, when a lot of people say a lot of shit, even though I don't be giving a fuck, I at least be trying to understand a little bit where they. All right, but how did you formulate that thought?
Okay.
Like, how did you come to that thought? And a lot of women are and men. I won't even just put it on women. Are saying like, it's a little too close, and it seems a bit, sperm donor-ish.
Okay.
The kind of way. And
That's the narrative?
We've
Okay.
kind of hinted at this a little bit.
Okay.
And before, when we spoke about it, we didn't really necessarily look at Nick as in that light. We kind of looked at it as a guy that, recently announced he might have some health issues, and it looked like he's just trying to live the life
I remember
to the
that.
best of his abilities, right?
Is he okay?
Hopefully, we're
Okay.
praying.
I
right?
remember that.
Right. So, I will say this: that the thing that made me think about this, right, as a descendant of polygamy,
Okay.
right, because my grandfather and my mother was involved. Not my grandfather. My mom
Mother
is a child of polygamy.
polygamy,
Correct. So my grandfather had a bunch of wives, and I think after me trying to understand where people were coming from with the outrage about Nick Cannon, I wanted to kind of put myself into that light, and I'm like, okay. See, there's two sides of this conversation, right? It's people were saying like, yo, this guy got a bunch of money.
Okay.
He could do what he want. It looked like everybody happy on that side. It looked like the wives all get along.
Okay.
What's the issue?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Issue.
Right. The other side is, okay, can you really be a viable father for each one of the children that you're bringing into this world?
Right.
And just from the thoughts of my brain on this conversation, my mom has gone into conversations about her upbringing multiple times when I had to pull it out, of course.
Of course.
But people really don't understand. See, my grandfather was a wealthy man in Nigeria.
Okay.
He basically owned majority of the block, if not the whole block.
Okay.
This is like a really big block back from where I'm from.
Okay.
In Benin.
So you come from money. Okay.
Nah, I'm
No, I'm just discovering.
You and
things.
your grandfather both
That's
ran
okay.
the
It's
block.
okay. It's
Yo,
okay.
yo.
You
So
ran the
you
block.
just got it.
Yeah,
You got it
yeah.
in your DNA.
I heard that.
You just got it
Same
inherently.
block.
Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you just
yeah.
a block runner.
He owned the block. It was a
It was
big
in
block.
your blood.
He said a
Why I
big
can't
block.
be like you now. I get it. All right.
It was a big block.
My
Right, no, I
grandfather,
get
I
it.
gotta talk to that nigga.
Right,
What the
no,
fuck
no.
you was doing, my nigga?
He passed.
It's all good.
Blocks, nigga.
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
Here's the question: where's the block?
Yeah.
Who got the block?
Nah,
I don't know.
Exactly. I don't know.
I don't know nothing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know nothing.
All right.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But my mother was telling me that, granted, he did have, my grandfather had a lot of money.
Okay.
Had funds. And when I say a lot of money, he was able to take care of 11 wives and X amount of children. We're talking over 50 to 60 children. You get what I'm saying? So
The original Nick Cannon.
the original Nick is my grandfather. So every time I've heard a new Nick Cannon announcement, I promise you I've just thought about my family and its upbringing. And again, back to what my mother was saying, it can be difficult to do that even with the funds and money.
Sure.
Because my aunts and uncles, I think they still deal with a lot of emotional distress in their adult life because of lack of certain things. A lot. I feel like I've seen a lot of they don't feel like they've been their full selves. Again, something they've never voiced, but I see it.
Right.
And again, kind of like I've never had my dad before, so just thinking about the whole thing, originally I was like, what's wrong? Because my grandfather did. I'm like, yo, he brought mad kids into this world.
Right.
I got mad uncles, mad
Yeah,
cousins.
your family is
That was huge.
deep.
Massive.
Yeah.
Now, here's the interesting part. It's huge, but it's not fully connected.
Sure, and that's I get that.
And
It's a
that's,
disconnect.
I think that's the point that kind of like
So-
stuck with me. Yeah.
So I got a clip that I do want to play, but before I even
Yeah.
play this clip,
Yeah.
do you think seeing Nick Cannon's decision to procreate at such a massive level with different women, do you look at that and empathize for the children that he's bringing into this world? Do you look at him and relate that to the structure of your grandfather? Like, I know it's different cultures because
No,
you
but
come
you're
from
kinda the
Nigeria,
same
but
life.
yeah, exactly. It's the same kind of concept, so to
Right.
speak. So do you look at that and be like, yo, I empathize with those kids because I come from a system of, and I won't say broken home, but disconnected.
Disconnected, right.
Disconnected.
Okay. I absolutely agree with that because think about it like this, right? My grandfather lived with majority of it, if not all his children and wives, and it still brought about issues. Things still lingered.
He lived with all of them.
Yeah, things were still unhealthy. My granddad was in the house, nigga.
I see.
Yo, he the one. That's where I get all the juices from the son. It's straight from him. I'm a direct descendant of Baba.
That's
Hey.
Dick Cannon.
Yeah, all right. You are sick.
Yo, how long you held that?
No,
How long you held that?
I'm sorry.
How
Nah,
long you
you
held
are
that?
sick.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a full court.
Nah, he's
That was,
shooting. He's
nah,
dead.
that's full court.
Nah, that's a
That
full
was
court
at the
LeBron
buzzer.
shot.
He just
Nah,
threw it
yeah.
up.
Nah,
Wow.
bro, your grandfather's that guy.
You called his grandfather
Wow,
Dick Cannon.
Bro, that
Wow.
nigga got
Baba,
mad.
sorry.
He got
Wow.
no disrespect, bro. 'cause-
Baba, sorry, yo. Hell.
All right, I'm sorry, bro.
Oh my
Baba.
God.
I didn't
Hey.
mean no disrespect. That's a nickname. It's a nickname.
That shit is
But Dick Cannon, bro, that nigga got bad kids.
Yo,
I can't get that out of
mad
my head.
kids, bro. And again, in hindsight, my grandfather probably thought it's beautiful, right? You got all your kids in one area.
And I'm taking care of all of them.
I'm taking care of all of them, or at least you think you are in every facet. But
Right.
one thing I've realized with kids and myself coming up, you kids need a lot of attention.
Yeah, I get
Kids,
that.
yeah.
Can I play this clip?
Absolutely,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure this is the clip that I'm looking for. I haven't heard it, but I typed in some keywords and Google
Bet.
did its thing.
Fire away.
Far away.
Yeah.
Damn.
This is a Nick Cannon interview.
With Howard Stern. Sound like.
That's some dark comedy right there.
Wow.
And I'm sorry I'm playing the whole clip, but I think it's important.
That's crazy, yo.
Sorry if this is a trigger.
Wow.
So again, just to give it a little bit of context
crazy.
of in a different perspective, right? I just wanted to add to the conversation, not necessarily shift anybody's way of thinking.
Yeah.
Because I understand it is, it's a heavy conversation to have.
Right.
But I came across this interview on like his 6th child announcement.
Right,
And
right.
it was kind of trending, but it didn't get the traction that I felt that it deserved. But I always kept this in the back of my head because, we see Nick Cannon and he's everywhere.
Right.
Right? So that's the first thing you think healthy.
Right.
You see somebody
Yeah.
who's active, right?
Right.
We have these conversations, or we have these instances where there's, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, who we see everywhere, but he looks a
Wow.
little different. He's
Yeah.
moving a little different.
That
and
All-Star
he
game.
was sick. He was
Yeah.
fighting something,
Yeah.
and he was still in the public eye. We look
Yeah.
into Cannon. I think he has like this fitness thing that he's doing on his page, and like he's in shape. He got a daytime talk show. He got
Right.
Wale and Out.
Right.
He does radio. He's hosting award shows. Like
Does a
the
lot.
guy is everywhere. He has a
Yeah.
million jobs. Like
Yeah.
he's fucking amazing.
Right.
And so we don't really equate that with not being healthy, but he does have a condition where he has fought for his life and he fears for his life. And according to what he just said in this interview, and this was back in 2017, so it may have changed. I don't know his current standing, but even if it did change, to be faced with that, it has to hold some kind of weight with how you move and go through life, right?
Yeah.
So for Nick, I can imagine that it plays a part in why he just started going crazy.
I remember this interview too. Like
Yeah.
I remember this was like, oh, he has lupus. Like he has lupus. I wanted to say lupus, but I didn't want to misdiagnose him. But yeah, man, I don't know if it's a product of him sensing his mortality in the sense of like I have to do as much as I can, you know. But it does. I think it's safe to guess. That's like, oh, this might have something to do with it. He might know something that we don't, you know, with his health. He might not want to tell us, and so he might be spreading his seed. Who knows? Here's my issue: if the women in this situation are happy and fine with it. Because it takes two people to decide to have a baby.
Granted, it takes a village to raise a child. So I can even see why he find it comfortable to go out and work and do stuff when there's a lot of people around.
Sure. So in my head, if the woman is happy and she is consensual to it, and then he's happy, the women look happy. You know what I mean? Like I've seen the baby showers. They're having baby showers and gender reveals. So he is paying attention to it and giving it time and like giving each woman. At the end of the day, if that family is happy with how that family is run, I don't have no quarrels with it. He can do whatever he wants.
So can
if
I
everybody's
ask y'all,
happy?
and I somewhat asked you, Alex, but I want to ask y'all a little bit more directly. Being both of y'all been open on this podcast about y'all relationships or lack thereof with your fathers. And when you hear somebody like a Nick Cannon who is saying, hey, I am actively, consciously procreating with children, knowing I may not be there. You know, some fathers aren't there for certain reasons. We talk about my dad. My dad was locked up a large portion of my childhood, my upbringing. He wasn't there for that reason. Some people's parents pass away. Like, y'all dads weren't there for whatever reason. Y'all dad, like, everybody has their reasoning, but it's still a simple common denominator that we can say, all right, or maybe that y'all can relate to. And I could too, to a degree, because I went without my biological father for some years, although I did have my stepdad who stepped in and stepped up. It was still something missing in that regard. But when you hear Nick Cannon say, hey, I know that I could check out at any moment, but I still want to create all these kids, do y'all look at that and feel any type of way towards Nick or that situation? Like, what are y'all thoughts? Knowing how important a father is and knowing that he's risking not being there for those kids that he's created.
That was a well thought out point. And for me, I will say under that, guys, and me being biased, I think we're a little biased because we grew up without our fathers in a sense of just like, yo, I don't have moments of like throwing a baseball and like riding my bike. Like, even though I see some footage recently of when I was a little boy and my dad is outside and I'm riding a bike and I was like, holy shit, what happened?
Remember that,
But something happened when I turned like 4, something happened and it was over. Like, and then it was like the relationship is over. But I don't remember any of these moments. Like, I didn't have any moments with my dad. So for me, I understand where you're coming from and I get it. But at the same time, I say to myself, you know, that is those kids' lives, and I would say it's safe to assume that Nick is setting up their lives for the future. So I think that if I had a legacy of my dad to hold on to, like, yo, my dad did A, B, C for me, then it's different. As opposed to what I have to say is like, my dad lived right over there, but
it's a different situation.
I still want more. For my dad to be alive and me to look at what he's done for me, I go, damn, bro, like, you could have did more. You understand what I'm saying? That's not a slight to dad. Dad love you. But at the end of the day, he knows. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's that. So it's like, hey, it's all about what you leave me with. That's the real shit. Do you leave me with wisdom? Do you leave me with financial situation? That's what matters to me the most. I'm be honest with you.
You know, I like how you verse that, bro. Because you know, with me, it's a slippery slope. Because part of it is I'm alive and thank you for bringing me into this world. And now the other side of that is, how can I create my mental space to adapt and learn things with subtraction? And that's something I know I had to do at a very young age. It's carried me into adulthood. It's a mental preparation of knowing that, yo, you might be on your own with this, and understanding that you're gonna be alone with this for a very long time. And I put this out because I'm so blessed that I was able to just be so strong-willed, and I still am to this day. But these kids aren't. You get what I'm saying? And the next generation, the Gen Z, then this Generation Alpha, emotionally, they are changing at a drastic rate, you know? So, in essence, I do like what you said though, Dev, because it's like if you leave a legacy for family, and we
Right.
all gotta. Because the other cool part is, yo, look, I got all these cool brothers and sisters. It's really a big fan. That's
Yeah.
why Savon has something
That's
similar
dope.
to that.
Hell
So
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So if
Right.
it could be brought together, cool. But there's still going to be those moments where you need that. So it's tough for me.
Right,
It's
I
tough.
get it. I think money has a lot to play with. I'm not gonna hold you.
That's the thing though. But it's money versus mental for me.
I get you.
Can the money withhold your mental or keep it? You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
Because it's to an extent.
'Cause I would
we
appreciate
know,
it.
We know a lot of celebrities who recently have
Yeah.
just had
Yeah.
people that they love and care for, their children, take their own lives.
That's happening a lot.
It's happening right now.
It's on the rise,
us.
especially in
and
young,
they come for
young
money.
girls.
They
by
said
the way,
over 50,000 suicides committed in this year already.
in this year already.
In
And I will say
2022?
this: I don't know I don't know what to compare it to, so I can't even tell how egregious
Well,
that
for
number
me, we
is.
still in January. Well, no, Feb now, but damn.
50K,
Yeah.
bro. They said that especially in young girls, it's the like bullying and social media. Because
I believe it.
I heard a take one day. I forgot who said it, but they were like, think about it like this: when we would get bullied back in the day, we go to school, get bullied. I'm home.
Yeah,
That shit I ain't got to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
These kids
Yes.
go home
24/7.
it's on their phone. Like I'm
Nonstop.
getting bullied like
What?
nonstop.
I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the first time I knew I was getting older, we used to have these. It was called pop pages.
Pop
Remember those shit?
pages.
Smut pages.
I know.
Smut.
Oh, the smut.
Thought pages.
That's
yeah.
fucked up.
I
And,
remember
and I
that
remember
was fucked up.
Now, looking back now, like we
that's
was
bullying.
probably like 11, 12,
Wildin'.
posting about girls that was doing shit in the town.
That's a fact.
I can only imagine how that affect. Well, not me. Whoa. I'm just saying. I
was a
remember
culture,
just seeing.
yeah.
it in the
We all
culture.
remember
Yeah.
seeing like, yo, did you see this? Did you see
Yeah,
that?
and I-
you
yeah,
weren't
we
behind
look-
it,
yeah.
but you remember
I
seeing it.
remember-
Pages dedicated to
Yeah.
just slut shaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had
That's
a
crazy.
girlfriend. I think about it because I graduated from high school 06. Older as fuck. So we didn't have social media like that yet.
Yeah.
So fucking, I remember there was camera phones were barely a thing. Like,
Yeah.
So I remember there was a picture that was cycling around about a girl I was dating. And it was her fucking her ex, and I was like, "You let this nigga record you?" And I never asked her, but word on the street was there was a tape. Like niggas had a tape, a tape. Like, so, I remember I never forget. I caught an image of it, and I was like, "Holy shit, there's a
Yeah.
fucking tape of her fucking."
Yeah.
And I said to myself,
That's
"Could you
tough.
imagine?"
That's pain. I see why you started singing.
that
Oh my god, bro! You know what she
I would
did?
have been in the studio.
You know I called her cheating on me, my nigga. The girl that took my virginity.
I'm so sorry.
You know what
bro.
she said to me?
Can
What
we
she said?
apologize to Dev as
On
a
behalf of
collective?
women?
Like, let's just apologize, bro. You've been through like pain. Like, you should have named your album
Nah.
"Expensive Pain." Like, Meek Mill should have
nah,
gave
your
you
shit is
like
expensive.
you coined that shit, bro. Like, I'm so sorry you had to go through that,
Listen,
bro.
man.
I don't know what I would do
Listen,
if
man.
I ever was faced with seeing the love of my life
Banging somebody
get
else.
pounded.
It blew my
tough.
mind. Let me
That's
tell you what she
tough.
lied and said to me. She told me, "Yo, there's this clinic." This is the worst lie I've ever seen. You know, you be children.
Wait,
She was
hold
fucking
on.
up
She
Twitter.
said what?
She said, "There's this clinic
She get her cheeks checked.
that's free." Right? It's a free clinic, so I can go get checked and stuff
Excuse
like
me?
that. I'm just going out there with my homegirl. She want me to go with her
Yeah.
to this free spot, and it's free only for like tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go
only
with her
till tomorrow is
only
free
for
at the
tomorrow.
clinic.
So I'm not
Okay.
gonna be in school today. So I'm gonna go over there.
I'm sorry.
So I said, all right, bet, cool. I'm not even thinking about it. You wouldn't cheat on me. That's my baby, my fucking cinnamon apple, nigga.
That's our male ego pride
I'm
shit,
sorry.
assuming that they would never like women are not sexually liberated too,
I feel
right?
you,
Yeah.
but the
Fucking
nigga
idiot to me.
network is strong.
Fuck a nigga down.
She was in Nostrand Avenue train station,
Excuse me?
thinking that nobody was gonna see her.
Excuse
My
me?
boy said, "Yo, I seen your
So-and-so.
chick
Yeah,
there with what you call it,
Sheesh.
like at like 3
School
at
hours.
a time, at
Like
school
after
hours,
school after.
right?
Like
Like,
after
in a
school
midday,
activity.
and I was
Yeah.
like,
Sheesh.
word? He said, yeah. I said, bet. I call her. I was like, yo, everything good? Yeah. I said, so why were you in Nostrand Avenue train station?
Right.
At least she came clean.
I said, nah, bitch.
At least she came
Excuse
clean.
me, I said, bitch, I don't say that. I don't like to say that. But that moment, nah, fuck that. I was like, nah,
Just
don't
cry.
cry.
Nah.
Don't cry, don't run.
Nah,
Don't
you
cause
gotta cry.
That's how sometimes they get you. Like, you know, yo, relax.
Nah.
Don't relax.
You can't
My
cheat
nigga,
and
she,
cry.
that's dumbest lie in the world.
Yeah,
Like,
that is pretty
come
dumb.
on, what the fuck?
I mean, it wasn't dumb. She
Nah,
just
it was
got
dumb.
caught.
She said the
clinic,
clinic was only
it worked.
only free for a
And
day.
his dumb ass believed it until his man called him and said, "Yo, bro, like,
I
nah,
didn't want,
she
I
did her
didn't want
job.
to. I didn't
She
want
did
to
her
not
job.
believe that.
I bet.
Yeah.
She knew. She was like, this nigga love me.
got her
He's
cheeks
not gonna
shut.
think the worst of me.
Oh, that's the
Now,
worst when they do that
I don't
shit.
trust none of
No, that's the
y'all.
worst when they do that
Definitely.
shit.
I don't trust none of y'all.
Yeah,
You're
but-
cheating. You're
you
cheating on
triggering
me.
me.
It's all good. You're cheating. I know you're cheating. Just shut the fuck up and have some respect.
Nah, that's fly.
Your relationship
That's fly.
with cheated is so different than like mine.
I
Like,
bet. I know.
I'm like you're strong.
So wait, you think you haven't been cheated on?
I know we not doing this. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about it, bro.
You really think you haven't been cheated on?
I never said that, but I don't want to talk about
You
it.
know how
I
you
don't
call
wanna
me an
think about
ill?
it.
You know how you call me an ill nigga?
But I don't want to talk about it.
cheated on.
You the illest.
You get-
so you
the
know
illest
I was
been cheated
you
on?
know I was cheating. Yo, I don't want to talk about it, bro. I don't want to talk about this shit.
My
The
fault,
fuck?
my fault.
I'm just let my life
because
be.
I'ma
what
be
it is,
honest
what
with
I think
Ladies,
it is.
stop cheating. Ladies,
Nah,
stop.
because
Stop.
listen,
Stop.
once you let go of male ego,
Y'all been cheated on?
cheated. What you mean?
I've been cheated on?
Yeah, you've been cheated on.
Fuck.
I'm here today to tell you, my
I'm
brother.
here today to tell you. On one of them little breaks, yeah, she was breaking with someone else.
Yo, you've triggered.
Breaks
No,
are
no,
dangerous.
you poking at
Nah,
my trauma.
he poking at my trauma.
That's my shit
Yo,
too.
you
No,
poking-
that's
you
my shit
poking
too.
at
My
my
fault.
trauma,
No,
bro.
we
Like-
bonded. We
Shit,
trauma
nigga,
bonded. We trauma
damn.
bonded.
Listen,
But
I
yeah,
don't,
of course.
don't tell me about the nigga
Everybody's
you fucked on
human.
our break. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to know. I don't want to meet him.
No.
Don't shake my hand.
No.
If he's a work husband, I'm a like. Don't play that game with me.
Yeah.
That work husband shit.
That's
I don't
the
play
thing.
that.
We
I
understand.
We all getting triggered. It's a lot. It's a bad.
I'm getting
This is
triggered
bad.
right
See
now.
what happened with Reggie Lee?
Yeah, it's just like the male toxicity.
Nah.
Reggie
We can get more toxic if y'all want.
Nah. What
Spit,
you
go ahead,
wanna
go
do?
ahead, spit.
I
Go
think-
ahead.
All right, I'm gonna just leave on this. We can just talk about it for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm offended by Valentine's Day.
Why?
Me too.
Thank you.
I've never had a successful Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's not my reason. Why?
I don't like that.
Why?
Valentine's Day for me is like Halloween.
What?
It's scary.
It's scary.
Oh my
Why is
God.
it scary? Elaborate.
I don't know. Alex, go.
Okay, I got you.
I don't want to talk about my
fuck?
trauma.
Nah, I'm mad offended. You're not offended by Valentine's Day?
I don't believe in it.
Okay, beautiful.
I think it's bullshit.
That's-
My shorty and I, we don't celebrate it.
that's beautiful.
Every day
this
is
is fly
Valentine's
shit.
Day for me.
We don't
See?
because I said, how about we both not get each other shit and don't put so much pressure on this? She said, facts.
Okay.
I said, bet.
Because we still love each other, right?
Yeah, fuck that.
The reason why I'm offended by Valentine's Day
Is what?
and all women and men worldwide should be, especially in the United States because it's a pagan holiday. Yeah, don't let me really get deep.
Another
on y'all
one,
motherfuckers.
yeah.
holiday?
Pagan.
A pagan
It
holiday.
relates to Halloween and shit. It's all related.
Oh, like
yeah.
holidays
Like-
that aren't really holidays. Like we made it up. Like I have
Holidays
no
where we rush you to
concept.
go spend money.
Yeah,
got it,
it's,
got it, got
it's a
it.
stimulus.
Got it.
It's a
I hate
stimulus
to mess
thing.
shit up for y'all, but the reason why I'm offended by Valentine's Day
It's what?
is because you only gonna care about me for one day.
Okay.
Like, how is anybody not seeing it? Like, am I the only?
We wild triggered without
Yo,
Reggie,
bro.
Yeah, this shit got
We
toxic.
Yo.
wild triggered.
So you only gonna care about me for one day?
Okay, on Valentine's Day.
Absolutely not.
I think we put too
Absolutely.
much. I think we put too much pressure on Valentine's Day because it's like, what is this day that I'm celebrating that I'm saying that I have to go, get gifts and stuff. And I'm not saying that. Oh, you broke ass nigga. Like, I'm not saying
No.
that. What I'm saying is really think about
Really
what
think about
are we doing as people? Like, what the hell are we doing?
So you mean to tell me we could treat each other unfairly and terribly for majority of the year,
right?
but then start acting nice weeks before Valentine's Day and on the day of,
And leading up to.
and leading up to just to revert back to our old ways after this day? I need y'all to really think about this shit.
Think about children too.
I'm gonna be honest.
This fucks kids up.
I
Come
think
on, bro. I'm
Valentine's
offended.
Day proves that time travel could be real.
Okay, elaborate on that.
Please,
I think
Please.
Valentine's Day
Uh-huh.
is a holiday that was introduced to us way back in the day,
Okay.
but it was from the future. Hear me out.
Oh shit, this nigga been crime docking.
No, listen.
I'm
can't
here,
wait
I'm
to
here,
hear
I'm here.
Valentine's Day
I'm here.
is prevalent today
Yeah.
because social media puts so much pressure on you to make this beautiful fucking image of love of what you think. You fake it till you make it, right?
Okay.
Valentine's Day is amazing thing. Imagine what Valentine's Day was like in the 1800s. Niggas was broke.
Was it?
You
around?
couldn't do nothing for your girl. You, as a black man, you couldn't even take shorty out to eat. I
is
think
sick.
that somebody
This nigga is
knew
sick.
that Instagram and social media was gonna come and said, this is the day that we're gonna get everybody to just galvanize and show love. Because it was no way in fucking hell.
I'm gonna start
that
calling you
back-
twice. I'm gonna start calling you.
That back what?
That
I
back
wanna
in the
hear-
day, that Valentine's Day was a thing.
I'm gonna start calling on you twice a day.
We really need to look up the history
gotta
of
start
Valentine's
checking.
Day. I need to check
what
that.
year
Nah,
was
I'm about to-
Valentine's Day made, bro?
Phone man?
It's-
I
got you,
This
I got
has
you, I
to
got
be
you, I
from
got
the
you, I
future,
got you,
bro.
I got you.
I'm telling you,
know.
it's time travel or something. Like, it's-
I'm not with the time travel shit, but
you don't think that? Bro, it has to be some. If somebody was so far ahead,
It began as a celebration.
It became as a celebration.
Saint named Valentine.
right.
18th century.
18th century
18th
England.
century England.
And were we praising him?
Yes.
Ah, interesting. And then it
What?
turned into we praise
What
every.
is the real story? I got it right here. The ancient Romans may also be responsible for the name of our. The ancient Romans may also be responsible for the name of our modern day of love. Emperor Claudius executed 2 men. So because of 2 men that die, is the reason why I celebrate this shit?
You lying?
Both
no,
named
it's from-
Valentine on February 14th of different years in the 3rd century AD.
telling
Wait,
you,
two
bro.
men with the name Valentine got murdered that day.
Come on, bro.
telling
Nah,
you, bro. And that's why that shit is
Come
from the
on,
future,
bro.
bro.
Whoa, I gotta look that. I'm not gonna lie. I
Look
need to do
into
some
it.
research on that.
We need
I always knew it was
all
a
these
pagan holiday, but
holidays, bro.
whoa,
All
that's
these
kind of
pa-
strange.
Come on,
What
bro.
is
They
happening?
did it for Instagram, bro.
Bro.
They was thinking about Instagram.
They was
I'm
thinking about
telling you,
Instagram?
bro.
But way back then.
They did this
In the
just
1800s?
for the future, bro.
But they couldn't.
There's people who like assimilation.
people were-
assimilation in the Matrix. You introduced the Matrix to me, and you introduced assimilation.
I
y'all-
introduced the
yeah,
Matrix?
Y'all
Nah.
are looking at me like, oh
Nah,
no,
nah,
no
we
way
fucked
time
up.
travel
I
We
works.
definitely didn't
We fucked
introduce
him up.
Nigga, there's
the
people
Matrix.
like Elon Musk. You love Elon Musk. There's people like him.
I
You
think
don't think he
Elon
be
Musk is
gotten all
pretty
this
ill.
wild shit.
I think he's pretty ill, and he has a lot of investors.
These niggas be knowing, man.
Of investors.
These niggas be knowing, man. Alex, that was great, man.
Thank you, bro.
I appreciate that.
I'm surprised.
I wanna cap this off with 2 things. Last week, Dev, when you weren't here, we were just talking in depth a little bit about mental health, and we started the podcast with that.
I
And,
remember.
something that's kind of just been heavy on my mind, trying to, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
put that mantra out there,
Yeah.
focus on it within myself, and then, just be open about it, talking to other people. So I came across this clip. I want to play this clip, and then also I'm going to end it off with a segment. We got a new segment, and
Okay.
we're experimenting with this one.
Okay.
Me and Alex spoke
Yep.
about it. I
Okay.
think we was talking about it too a little bit with
Yeah.
Reggie. And so what we're gonna do is at the end of each podcast, and I don't know if this will be a Patreon thing or a regular episode thing. We'll play it by ear and see how the people react to it. But we're gonna end the episodes with a song, just one song.
Interesting.
One host
Okay.
picks a song per episode.
Okay.
And we just listen, and then we talk about it, and then we leave.
Interesting.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna play a clip, and then I'll go into the song that I got for this week.
Okay. Cool.
So that was Pete Davidson.
Yeah, I figured.
And that was an interview he had with Charlamagne. And obviously, he's been in the news a lot because he's been dating somebody who's super famous in that news cycle.
Yeah.
And obviously, he struggles and he's been documented with dealing with mental health.
Yeah.
And so I came across that clip, and if he was feeling like that 2 years ago and saying, hey, these are emotions and things that I feel each and every day.
Right.
I just wanted to play that so other people know, like, it's not just you. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody is going through their own battles, demons, depression.
Absolutely.
And I just wanted to highlight that because I think back then when he did this interview, he may have not been so mainstream.
Right.
He was always huge. Like he was
Like,
a
he was
star
still
at
on SNL,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was doing his thing.
Yeah,
Like he was
yeah.
big. But
Sure.
I think today those words may carry a little bit more weight because we see him a little bit more actively. You know what I'm saying?
Rappers
I get
rapping
that.
about
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
facts.
that's true. When you hit the
Facts.
rapper
Radar.
cycle,
Yeah, exactly. When you hit Black Twitter, that's a hell of a
you
joke.
are
That's-
here.
That's funny.
You
Just
are
get the
here.
fuck out.
And catch these jokes.
Facts. Is there anything else that we got to cover? I feel like this was a long pod, but it was a therapeutic podcast.
It was cool. I needed.
I liked it.
because
Yeah.
I feel like I missed 2 pods like within a month. That shit was fucking me up, man.
Yeah.
Like
Life
just with
been
mad
lifing,
shit.
right?
Just glad to have
Yeah.
you back, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't like it fucked up my record because I was perfect.
You brought it.
Now you
I
see
was
how I
perfect.
feel.
You came back, bro.
Yeah,
as
nigga
fuck.
came
Listen,
back.
man.
More muscles.
157.
So I'm gonna
bum-ass
play a
niggas.
song. It's a short song. So normally the format will be we just play a verse and a hook, and then we'll exit.
Okay.
But this is a short song, and we were giving flowers to Wale and his new project, and I just wanted to continue that trend.
Okay.
So with that being
I
said,
think I know what you about to play. Daily be love.
this is Dearly Beloved by Wale.
Pain.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of want to get my shit off right now.
Go crazy, go crazy.
I'm gonna let it rock though.
I can see you on.
I was about to.
I can see you on
feel
something
it.
like this.
This is good. I like this. This sounds
pain.
good.
And the words, just
Pain.
y'all know.
For real though.
He's going crazy.
Bro. What are we talking about?
I don't even want to turn it off.
Like, what are we talking about, bro?
I don't want to turn it off.
I'd be pissed off too if I was him. You hear this? Dearly beloved. Come on.
Yo, the drums ever drop on that?
No.
No, that's
he's
like that the whole time.
wildin'.
That's the
He's
song.
wilding the whole time.
Drums is fucked up. Boom, boom,
That's
boom,
yeah,
boom,
that's the
boom,
song.
Boom, 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 boom.
He EQing the 808s in his head. You hear this nigga?
I just,
It's crazy.
I wanted to hear that.
Yeah, no drums, but that was Dearly Beloved Wale.
Great song, great song.
And honestly, I just think it goes to his craftsmanship, his penmanship. That hook, that loop was perfect. Jamie Foxx. So I think that's just one of the more greater songs that I've heard over the last year. And again, just giving flowers to Wale. I think he over delivers at times, and I think that's one example of him over delivering, just being open, vulnerable,
And
That-
introspective.
There's a bar that every man can relate to in there somewhere, right? Every single person can relate to one of the things that he said in that song, and so that's pretty much why I wanted to highlight it. And yeah, that's Dearly Beloved. Go
Super dope.
Go tune that up.
Stream that, man.
I just like to say you inspired my tattoo journey that I would like to take soon.
Really?
Ooh, fire.
Really?
I want a nice tattoo.
Oh,
That's
let's
fire.
do
You
it.
about to sleeve?
I'm about to sleeve it up.
Oh, you see what 48 days in the gym do?
Yeah.
You see what 48 days in the gym do?
You start looking like, yo, this will look good on my bicep.
Yeah.
It's time to sleeve it up, my
I'm
man.
not mad.
shit.
You deserve
I feel
it.
like it's a midlife crisis though. At the same time,
Oh, that's okay.
I feel like I'm
That's
kind of
okay.
old. Like I feel like
That's
yo,
okay.
nigga, this is your first tattoo.
No. That's okay. That's
Nah,
okay.
fuck that. I don't care.
I told you gotta try shit in life.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try.
I just be trying
I'm
shit.
getting to that point, by the way.
Welcome.
I just want to do that.
Do it.
Like I just want to do my music
And
I
just
want to
try
do what
shit.
I like to do and just try shit. I'm about to just
I
try
can't
shit,
wait
bro.
to see,
Yeah,
man.
I can't wait to
keep
sleeve it
killing
the
shit.
fuck up,
I
bro.
believe you. I
wanna
believe
see
you.
it.
Don't
Yeah.
tat a tall nigga on you though.
That's insane.
All right,
Why
man.
would I
My
tat a
fault. All right,
tall
y'all.
nigga?
Later.
Imagine
This
I
is
come
gonna
and
need
I
to
got
know
a
my fault.
fucking
The
a
tall Jesus.
My fault, bro.
Or the and one nigga, because I know you love basketball.
Yeah,
so the
basketball.
and one, the
gonna
bald nigga that looks like a shadow
That's a
that hold the
nasty
basket. I can
sleeve.
see you with the and one nigga, bro.
From
I can
shoulder-
see you
from
with
Stretch
shoulder
that.
to
Monroe
wrist.
is a hard tattoo
From
though.
shoulder to wrist. From shoulder to
That's a nasty tat, bro. The day Levis get a tat, I know I failed at life.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
When he gets cool enough to have a tat, is crazy.
Oh, make sure y'all go
Almost
check
there.
out our Patreon. We got a whole lot of content over there. A ton of new content dropping 2 episodes a week. We got a few different tiers. I am going. Oh, we have
DevCam
Yes.
is here also. You can
DevCam.
see all the behind the scenes of us actually. But way before we start, it gets fucking crazy, and we record it.
Yeah, we
every
got
time.
the dev cam, we got the
Yeah.
Reggie cam, we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the blogs, we
Yeah,
got
yeah,
the
yeah.
polls, we got a little bit of everything over there. I may reconstruct a few things, but as of right now, we do have the Patreon, so make sure y'all go check that out. We got the audio episodes and the video, the visuals over there. So yes, that is the Need to Know podcast on Patreon. Make sure y'all subscribe, tune in, tap in. We didn't show love to HMD. You
The
should do that.
HMDstudio.com for all your podcast, recording studio, event space, and creative photo video space needs. The HMDstudio.com. Book with us today. We handle your video, your audio, and all that stuff in between. Come through. Have a good time.
And we got another family member,
Oh my
entrepreneur.
God. Yes.
We have another entrepreneur
I really
in the
You
family.
inspired me,
You
buddy.
didn't. Oh yeah, we did talk about, but we didn't really.
We've kind of been talking about it over the months.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I recently got a studio space, recording music space.
Shout out
Nice,
to you. I
man.
wish we had that.
Congratulations.
Clap,
I
clap,
have that.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
explain that.
Yeah, we got.
We can go into it
I can
next
do
week.
it on
Yes,
the system.
that's
We
what I was
gotta
gonna tell
figure
you.
that out.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
fire.
I give you the program. You could drag
Let's
and
do
drop
it.
all the sounds, and you're good.
But
Bad,
congratulations,
bad.
brother.
Thank you,
I'm
brother.
happy
Yes.
to see you following your
Appreciate
passion of music.
that is great. That's a
Investing.
big step.
Thank you, bro.
It's
Appreciate
a very
it.
big
Means a
step.
lot.
How old are you
that.
right now?
25. I turned 26 in April.
I think that's when I got my first studio.
Ooh.
It's like 24,
I'm on
25.
trajectory.
Yeah.
I think it's I'm on trajectory. It's hilarious.
See, you looking at the future too. Just like Valentine's Day, nigga. Everybody looking at everybody in the future, baby.
Except he's taller.
All right, this
He
been a
already
Need to Know
won that
podcast.
battle.
Yo, it's been a Need to Know podcast. Yo, Alex, I'm sorry for calling your grandfather Dick Cannon.
Nah,
It's
Dick
what you need to know
Cannon
when you
is
need to know. All the
crazy.
Need to Know
That's him.
podcast. Dearly beloved, we out.
Later, yo.